Okay, we're back. The cat is here to like quality control inspect. Hi, Delia. She's like, holy fuck, let go of me. um, has to get worse before it gets better, right? That's where we're at. I did get my carts cleaned up today. Anyway, sorry. If you're new to the channel, my name is Katie. This is Atelier Nikuzuki, and this is the live stream. This is a swear-heavy live stream. I think that that's a fair warning for everyone. And currently, we are tidying up the cutting studio because apparently I did not leave it in anywhere near as good a condition as I thought I did when I left it yesterday. Just going to log in here and make sure that we're not missing any chat. Yeah. Anyway, I got the carts cleaned, which is awesome. I'm actually going to zoom you out a little bit just so you can see a little bit more of the room. I think I zoomed you in yesterday. Oh yeah, there we go. Drag you, so that's a little bit better centered. But first I'll show you. So the cart is clean. I had to use an enzymatic cleaner on it because the cats wanted to destroy it with urine. Yay, and that's not good for fabric. So both of them had to be cleaned. They're both cleaned. They smell really good now, which is awesome. And then why I've got a, I'll zoom you right out. See, oh no, we still can't see it. But anyway, on the top of it, I've got a shoebox and I've got another little plastic bin. And when we start sorting out the things being like needle stashers, notions pouches, and other things, that's where we're going to put them so that they stay organized. We also need bookmark bin and something else. Bookmark bin and cake cozies. Cake cozies are easy because they don't have to be paired up with anything and they're such a random cut that I don't actually worry about it too much. But the rest of them will need a bin. I'm looking at my shelves because I've got some more boxes in there that we can actually use that match what's already in there. I was like looking at Michael's and I'm like, oh, this would be nice because it's on the cart divider, but I'm like, we don't need it. I already have storage solutions here, so whatever. All right, so let's hop into it by starting with the jeans because that will release or make the pile already look less daunting, hopefully. The bins are currently covered up, so I'm going to plop it on top of the pile over there. We got kimono to go over there. And then these are all gyoza bag cuts. And so gyoza bags do actually have... I am going to put this into work focus. There, that should put me into work focus, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's a bin down here for that, but I brought a bin in from the sewing side that I was like, we should sort because it's been sitting on my desk out there for like, I'm pretty sure it's been on there since before we did the whole reorganization last year. Garbage. No, that's a scrap for stuffing. That's fine. And I know that this is another whip bin, so let's sort out the whips and we can get them into the proper bins. Blah-de, 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 blah. There is an obi bag in here. And I know why it's in here is that we need to actually just fix the leather strap for it. That's what's the issue there. Oh, great. I think if Andrea is here, I think this is the bin that you were talking about because holy shit, there is a literal crap ton of whips in here. Okay, clear. All right, so that will be one of the whip bins that goes out. What are you? You are intended to be a drawstring bag, so you get set aside and can become one of the reversible ones. Why a lot of these are here is they are stalled out because they are right in the middle of getting finished for what I intended them for. And I have instead decided that they should be finished for things like purses. Now they are not interfaced or anything like that. And this one is actually top stitched together with, oh goodness. Okay. All right, you are done. So you need to go into the stock bin that needs to be photographed, which is still available to chuck things into. You are also done. This is actually a tablet folder. If it's an iPad, it just needs a little bit done right here. It's filled with quilt batting. So I'm going to pop that onto the top of the... Actually, no, we're going to start a new bin that's like almost done. So that's what this bin was. So that's what we're going to transfer them back into. Because the plastic bin is remaining for... We're just leaving it. Whatever. Do you need a full explanation? I don't think so. My brain doesn't have a full explanation even for me, so... Okay. Scrunchies. That's the other thing that needs stuff. Although that looks like they could almost be... Are they wide enough for cake cozies? Is that what they were intended? Nope. We could do notions pouches or needle stashers out of those, but... Actually, needle stashers would be cute. Okay. So there's the start of the needle stashers. Needle stashers are in the shoe box. In case I randomly ask later. Why is there a piggy nut bag in here? Because it just needs a finishing seam. This is going to be a recurring theme. These roosters are intended to become a tote bag. But since we're in the transition between like not having the canvas and having the canvas, we're going to cut this off and put canvas on it. So where should that go? Because that's like not... Oh. Okay. I'm definitely keeping that. Because that's like a thing. What is wrong with you? Do you... Oh, I think... What ended up happening to you that needed fixing? Was it down here? What's wrong? It needs to be stitched over the zipper on one end. That's all I can see. Okay. Flame, get over there. You need a handle. You are a knot or a wedge bag that's basically finished. It just needs its edges sewn. Okay. What else is in here? Oh, there's some like small box bags that aren't nearly done. Do you have your handles? That's the main question. Yes, you do. Look at that. Okay, 1, 2. That's a kit bag technically. But I do have 3 pieces of Sturf. Okay, but that means that we're going to separate this one out. So they're like, they're in the same situation as those. We're just going to put, whatever. Put it down there. It is nearly done. Now this is one of the ones that I was thinking will open up and we'll put proper D-rings in it and then we can actually sell it as a purse versus a project bag. This is an extra step bag. Extra step bags are going to go with the gyoza bags because they're not almost finished. Okay, you are in timeout for a few minutes. You need a handle, so let's keep you here because I'm pretty sure your handles are in here too. Katie. Okay, there's another Christmas one. It just needs to be trimmed and handled in, so that's almost done. Well, we'll have a bunch of Christmas bags for next year, that's for damn sure. There's one of the crane bags that's nearly finished. Why are you in here? Oh, because we've got a pop here that needs to be, so the lining is down here, and so you can see the interfacing. So it needs to be open, or just turned here. I'm going to turn it now. While I have it in my hands. I'm going to count it as nearly finished because it is nearly finished. It just needs to be re-sewn on the butt end here. Probably what I will do is I will actually open it up. Because where did it catch here? Yeah, it's caught here, but it's not caught. Where is it not caught? Because that says that there's showing 2 layers there. Almost done. Okay. Just needs it to be finished. Also just needs to be finished. It doesn't have a handle? Don't know. Triangle pouch that just needs its ribbon put into it basically. Yay. We've already looked through this stuff and now I'm like, why didn't I just sit down and finish these last year? Who knows? This one literally just needs to be photographed. If you would like a Christmas bag post-Christmas, old style, it's a wedge bag. Super cute. It's got little like almost pushing looking cats in the windows with Santa. It says Merry Christmas all over the place and it's a nice dark green background. It's got a beige lining and it's got little black and gold chevron pull tabs. So if you would like to save me the trouble of photographing it, I would appreciate that. I know, Wendy. We're going to get it. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. What time is it over there? You guys are an hour behind Japan, so that's how I know I'm not being a total creeper. There is more of those box bags, so they're going to go up there into the other ones that we've sorted out for that. This one needs its handle sewn. Yes, I know. We're working on it. That's why we're working on it right now. This one needs its handle, which I have interfacing for right here. If I have a pair of shears, I know I brought my shears in yesterday because I was like, those need to go into the sewing side. Of course, they're not here. And let me just go grab the other set. 1 second. Okay, there we go. A little bit of a generous cut, but that's okay. This geisha bag needs its zipper reset a little bit. It's got a gap right here. That's probably why it got put into timeout. I know. Well, this is the timeout bin apparently, so we'll work on it. Yeah, because there's like two. There's another wedge bag. Needs its corners cut, but that's not a big deal. There is a handle for the ruler cats at least, so that's good. So we'll get it set up to go as well. I think that is actually one of the drawbacks to like doing the production sewing is like if it gets thrown off of rhythm, I don't add it back in. And I know I should, but oh well, we're doing it now. Whoa. Oh, the jeans were like, we're out of here. Okay, that one's good. Otherwise, it just needs a handle. This is set aside for a handle for something or another. And there is a misprinted label. Okay, so there is a bunch. Oh, what's wrong with you? Oh, it's ribbon needs to be fixed here. I'm going to like zoom you guys back in. I thought you were going to be able to actually see the cart better, and then it didn't happen. What the heck is going on up here? That looks like I'm thinning on top. Gross. I found the longest fucking gray hair yesterday. It had to be 6 or 7 inches long. Just suddenly appeared. I've gotten a couple grays, but they've always stuck like at the like 3 to 4 inch size, which is actually even more annoying. I'm like, I don't want to have just like a fluff head when I'm older. Obviously not like I have much control over it. But, yeah, I was like, this one is really long. At least it is long. And then the other benefit was that it was curly. Because that was the other thing that I was worried about. My grays that have come in so far have been very different texture. This just needs a lining. It is going to go up into the other side here because it needs a little bit more TLC. What do you? Oh, there's another. So there's a needle stasher, and there's the lining for a needle stasher. There's another one of those two-tone box bags. I need to look at the tutorial for those before I launch completely into production again. These are going to go with the other cuts that we already have for needle stashers. Small box bag. Another Christmas bag. So this is the red version of the Christmas fabric, if anyone wants to save me having to photograph it. I would love you. Please save me. Another wedge bag. These are old kit fabrics, so if you haven't seen it before, that's why. I worked on those like 6 years ago. Large wedge bag in a different Christmas print. A large red wedge bag for Christmas that's got a split side seam. Another large wedge bag that needs top stitching. Like, why is that here? Let It Go Pigs, and it needs a handle. So we're going to set that one aside along with that other small red Christmas bag until we track down like handles and see what we're doing. A couple more wedge bags. The polka dot cats need to also be set aside for the same reason. I need to make sure that we've got handles. A tablet holder that needs to be finished. Oh my goodness, this is definitely, so this is old product, and you can tell. It's cute though, she's cute. So this is actually Obi. This was one of the projects that I used with them. The curved, again, these curved zippers. I remember these being a little bit more of a fight, but still not that bad. I think it's, again, mostly because I was just tackling it and being like, yeah, whatever, get it done. But anyway, if you're looking for a tablet holder, it's lined in cotton. The exterior is Obi, and then it's got a quilt batting in it, so it's nice and, like, sturdy. I did watch the crumbs video last night so that I could figure out how to do the... I got ideas for how to put the crumbs into the tool, so that then what we can do is we can still use the foam as well, although I think the quilting might be enough. I want to figure out, well, what I want to figure out is how to get it sewn so that it doesn't go into the seams, so I need to figure that out. This one is technically set up to be a box bag, but because it's at this stage, we're going to go in and we're going to finish it as a purse. The other thing I'm wondering is if I should... Oh, we'll put a... what I'll do is we will open it up and I'll add a slip pocket. We had those, well, actually, we could probably just use one of these. If I do it correctly, right? And then we could just do a card pocket. And then, yeah, look at that. And then put it with a backing piece. And then there's your card pockets right there. And it's a nice, like, and then we'll just back it like we would for the necessary clutch wallet. That's like almost damn perfect right there. And then we can just put the backing on it and turn it out and we should be good. Because that's definitely more than enough room for cards and then for any of the seams that we'll have to add into it as well. I'm not going to commit to cutting the blue yet, but that's definitely what this will be. Okay. So that one, and then I can definitely get 2 out of those, so we'll count that one for that. And then I think this this one's even less finished. No, it's got its side seams already. What are you? Are you the cranes? Now in this case, we're not going to take it apart so much that I'm redoing like interfacing or anything like that. You are... Oh no, this is fans. This one is actually spectacular. I just remembered this one. Okay. Yeah, so we're not going to be taking out like linings or redoing everything, but what I will do is I will redo it so that we've got pockets in it and we have a Polypro D-ring here, and then we can add a nice cotton webbing strap. So where should that work happen? I think a lot of that work can actually happen out on at the sewing table. No. Yes? See, these are... Okay. No man's land. There we go. Because I do need quite a bit more work before we finish them, actually. This is another Obi bag. It is a tote bag, and we are going to open it up completely because it needs straps. It's actually got the wristlet handle, and I haven't done them with wristlet handles for years. I think we're going to make this... So this one's supposed to be a box bag. And since it's sewn that way already, what I think I'll do is I'll take out the 2 corners here, but then we'll still have like a box bag purse. Okay, you need the new tote bag bottom. Do you know what? This one's finished. We're not going to redo it. She's pretty. She's so pretty. So this is full Obi lined with cotton. I was going to open her up and take these out and make a purse out of her as well, but do you know what? We're not going to do it. Again, if you would like, obviously it could use a little bit of TLC because it's been stored improperly for a bit, because I was like, I'm going to open it up and redo it. But she's still a gorgeous project bag. Especially with that centering right there. Nice seam down the middle, lined with cotton. You know. And if not, I will photograph her and put her online. I don't know why it's a her. Well, I know why it's a her. It's an Obi, so... Alright, into the photograph bin. we've got Inari's foxes, and all Inari's foxes need is for its handle to be cut in half. So let's do that right now, since, you know, it's right here. They need to be, looks like the zipper might need to be reinstalled or installed a bit better. Ew, I see what held me up is that the handle actually has a gap in it. Okay. So I'll go into that bin down there. You are a random piece. I don't think there's any bags related to you, and you are good for a needle stasher. Into the needle stasher box. Alright, this one, same thing, it's finished. This was one of the OG Obi that I actually worked with. I still remember, this one was gorgeous too. So, here she is again. Spectacular in all her, like, glory. This is one of those double shot Obi. So it's teal. Oh yeah, there we go. And it's got that, like, shifting orange in it, and that's what this was woven out of as well. Cotton lining. Again, was going to open it up and redo it, but we're not. Let's just get it out. I got a trip to Japan. I got to, like, finance for next year, so let's just go ahead with getting shit done. And that one sewed it onto the, like, freaking interior. So that, and then the zipper got missed, and Jesus criminy. All right, it is finished in such a way that we'll transfer this into an Obi bag or a wedge bag as well. I know the pink one and that teal one are spectacular. The poppies here, same thing. We'll transfer it into a wedge bag, just a large wedge bag. They'll have the zip, and we'll add a couple, probably a card pocket and a slip pocket on the interior. Super just straightforward, but they're so pretty that they need to be out in the world instead of rotting in my basement. All right, there's all of them. Then the same thing with this one. Nice. So this was the pattern, obviously we're still working with this for the passport folders as well. So if you're looking for a bag and a passport folder that match, these will be coming out soon. Again, all lined in cotton, because I hadn't gotten the idea to line them in kimono yet. We'll add the drawstrings on that as well. This one is one of my favorite OG Obis that I worked with. Still going strong. I think, yeah, the only thing that needs to be finished on this is actually the interior seam. The large wedge and the small wedge are not sizes that I've, like, continued. Just as a heads up. So if you're looking for any of these in that size, this is definitely the time to do that. I have been toying with the idea of bringing them back, but I still haven't decided what I'm doing. There's so many other things to make, and it's like there's so many people who make wedge bags, although I guess there's not a lot of people who make wedge bags out of Obi. Same thing here. We haven't finished it enough, so I think we can easily pick out the ribbon and add a D-ring tab there. This one looks like it's probably finished. If it's finished, then it's just going into the photograph pile. Yep, it's fully finished. So this one actually carried the Obi through the whole way. Nice champagne color background, kind of. That's what I like, a cool champagne. And then they've got this really nice, like, red and blue Japanese pattern. Okay, so that one's going to go in the photograph bin. Again, if you want to speak up for anything, please do. You can always message me later, too. I was watching the live stream and I saw these. And I'll be like, yay, I don't have to photograph it. Same thing, we'll open it up and take it out, make D-rings. That's that rainbow Obi, so if we can make a purse out of it, all the better. We have a hedgy bag that doesn't have a handle. This one I know we can finish because we got the handle here. I have to finish it and wash it because there's been the cats were hanging out over top of it at some point. So I think we'll finish it and then I'll wash it. Yeah, then we'll wash it. I think the same thing with the goats. Yeah, the goats and the bunnies got gotten by the whooping cats. So one of the goals this year is to be able to close up the bins. There's the handle. We found it. Now, where did I put that bag? I think it's in the bin, right, with the gyoza bags? Oh, no, that's right, because everything at the bottom of that is Sheena. Okay, so this is going to go on the chair behind me. And when we find it, we're going to clip them together. Yeah, put them together. That is an interior for a necessary clutch wallet we haven't finished. What the hell is this? What is this supposed to be? Oh, this is a necessary clutch wallet exterior. Why are you like this? Why didn't you get finished? I must have popped a seam. So we'll go in and we'll do another row of stitching. That's what this feels like. Okay. I must have that's the only explanation here. Okay. There we go. Since that's extremely close to being finished, there's the backing even for the card wallet. There is some non-fusible interfacing for handles for these leftover ones. This one, okay. Fans has. Why didn't you get finished, weirdo? Katie, come on. Bookmark. Ah, these beasties. Okay. This one is one of those cases where I did not singe the ends and they didn't get caught well enough. So, in here they go. This is a small box bag, and I bet you that's what that interfacing was from. It just needs a zipper. Okay, there we go. Another bag finished and ready to finish. This looks like it's something. Who knows? And then we've got more interfacing for these ones. Now, there's a couple here of like really old fabric. This is actually North American fabric. It was very popular, but I need to find the handles for it, or at least the like interior lining fabric for it. So it's going into like long-term whips. This is one of the drawstring bags that I did finish, but we didn't put any like ribbon in. Oh, I pulled it because the logo tag didn't get fully put in. So my options are I could finish it now, or I could like rip it out and make the other drawstrings with it. And you know what? We'll make the other drawstring bags with it because I prefer the lined ones. And what are you, my pretty? A very hacked up piece of fabric. I think this is all gone at this point. So, notions pouch. And yeah, because we can cut a notions pouch and we can cut a needle stasher. So it's going to go into the needle stasher bin. And then this is an experiment bag they still are not turning out how I want them to. So we're just ditching the project, and of course I've got the samples left over. Still not happy with it. So that'll go into the sample seconds, whatever we're going to call it, sale. There's the hedgy handle. So it can be upgraded to finished pile. And then there is the dragon, along with the dragon handle that we need to make. Okay. It was mostly, I think, that one got paused because I had to find fabric for it. Or, yeah, for the handle. Okay. Done! Oh, and then this one also needs to be fixed. For some reason, I have a handle for a Mod Sakura here, but I don't think we've got a bag for the Mod Sakura. And then I have a handle for one of the little puff bags? I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Oh yeah, and then here's the experimental bags for, this is a little chubby pencil case. I made it, and then I didn't write down how I made it, because I mashed up a bunch of different patterns. It's super cute though. It's like a really good pencil shape, so maybe we'll take that back out and reverse engineer it. I think the main thing was that I sewed this a different direction, but I can't remember. It's cute though. So that'll go, actually I'm going to put that in the no man line because we'll work out from there. This is one of the experiments that did not work for the drawstring bag. So that's going to go into a sample sale. It's an awkward shape. The ribbon is really long when you open it up, and then it's like just a cavern of a bag. I don't know. It's cute, but like not what I wanted to make. I think this was a remake of the wedge shape is what I was doing here. Or I was working with the cut from the large wedge bags originally. So basically it's a large wedge bag without a zipper or a lining. Like I said, cute, impractical, needs some fray check. All right. Well, that was actually the most of that bin, except for there's 2 more bags right here that I need to sort. I'm out in the sewing studio. So again, these guys, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a staggered zip on this, and we will still make it a wedge bag. What I mean by a staggered zip is basically I'm just going to fold it down right like that and make sure that that is mostly on the back. Or, like, yeah, so how would I do that? Oh, that makes it kind of useless because then the zipper ends up being halfway through. So maybe we will make it... Doom, 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 doom. These are intended to be box bags. Project bags. So maybe we just continue on that line. Because I see one handle here. That's huge. What the heck? I've got one handle, and I'm pretty sure I saw another yeah, there's... Is that the other one? I don't know. And then this actually needs... You know what? This one needs to be opened up because I accidentally sewed the lining into the zipper anyway. So then we could actually reset this one so that we could use it for... Or we could just do a box bag. Not a big deal. Yeah, this one will go to box. So it's definitely a small box bag. Bloop. Decided... so there's the handle that we'll use for that, the bag that I put over here, because I was like, I need the handle. Ugh. Okay, because at that point, I was not cutting the handles out of the exterior fabric, because I was being cheap. Okay, these are all tote bag handles. We'll pop them into no man's land because, hi. We'll open this up, actually. Oh, it's 2 pieces. It does not feel good. And we still have this too, and this could actually be used for like some sort of like wristlet if I open it up, because then we could like frame it or something. Okay, and this is for that pink one that we decided we've got it on a new trajectory. I'm not going to worry about it. That is a piece of vinyl that we're not using anymore. I actually sold the rest of that because we're not using it anymore. Orange one, because I think we've already revamped its plans as well. I hope we have. What are you? Oh, you're the stuff that can become the the D-ring tabs for these bags. Okay, cool. And there's a bunch of... Okay, now we're getting back into the stuff that I pulled off the floor yesterday. Yeah, okay, I feel good about those plans so far. This is bookmark lining. I think this is bookmarks. No, it's not. Oh, right. I decided that we were going to make a wristlet out of this because I can make it work for a wristlet. Bookmarks. Okay, so the other clear bin that's in the thing right now is bookmark material. All these little grippy scraps. These are the things that are going to become the stuffing for those tool bags. Now, where did I put that stuff yesterday? Was I just kind of throwing it with abandon on the floor? I totally was, wasn't I? Okay, right. Bookmark material. And then this will be wristlets. Scraps. Not even bookmarks. That looks like a bookmark, but I don't know if we've got anything else to bookmark it with. Like basically make a bookmark. And then we're into the gyoza pile. This is the tote bag pockets. I'm going to put it in no man's land as well, because there is actually a set of card pockets that we could use for actually one of the obi bags that I just said we were going to do pockets for. And there's some excellent fabric to make card pocket slots with. And there is sloth fabric for box bags. As is this. And this. And that technically, but I don't think we've got any more of that fabric. We definitely have more of that fabric. And they are slowly cascading to the floor, but hey, at least they're semi-sorted. Okay. No man's land, no man's land. We know what I have to do here, which is, so basically the leather for this is too tight for the actual hardware. So the hardware is not moving correctly. So we're going to take this out and we'll just redo the strap. And I think I will put it in with a cotton strap to reduce the cost. It is spectacular though. It's a Glenda bag. So this is what some of those other ones that I was talking about at Christmas are going to become. It's really cool. It's got like a, so it's got two pockets basically, or a large pocket with a divider. This is not connected at the bottom. Whatever. It's riveted on the side so that it's held together. And then this is a zip pocket right here. So that you can put everything that you want into there. This one is lined with kimono. As you can see, if you've been watching for a while, you will recognize it. It's that one with like the floral and then the floral kind of like clouds in it. And then the exterior is the obi. But it just needs a new, and then it's actually got one of the old metal, metal things. Metal, it's not like a logo, but it's a branding. Yeah, metal branding, I guess. So I'll pop that on top there and we'll go make it a strap later. That is a pocket for one of those bags. There is a bunch of pre-done. Got a bunch of like pre-branded logo stuff. So let's pop that over there. Good enough. This we're calling, I got to open it up and put the logo back in. Okay. I'm calling that done. I am calling the Mod Sakura also done, and we're going to put it in the needle stasher box. We'll use it there. There's two handles here. Those are going to go into no man's land because I don't know where we're doing it. This is a needle stasher. Or a notions pouch, who knows. Interfacing, which I'm not gathering with the cuts yet because we're going to do the cut. This is actually a bowl cozy pattern template. Just something I still do want to make, but I just, again, lost time for. So the other couple are in here. The big thing that holds me back on that is I have to swap to, and if you've been here a while, you know how much I hate changing my thread. The big hold back there is that I have to swap to cotton thread fully for the project so that it can be microwaved. But we'll get there. These are going to go into no man's land because they're the ones, oh no, we've got most of the ones that need to be swapped out are down here. Yeah, whatever. Partially finished drawstring or wedge bag, so we'll put that into the drawstring pile. Oh, these two can pair up right here, and when we go to do more reversible drawstrings later, they're ready to go. Okay. Scrunchies. I'm pretty sure I already have these in stock or listed on the website. Let's go in and see. By the way, 141 days to Calgary Marathon is terrifying. And also, we don't start training until, I think there's still 2 weeks till training starts. I hope there's 2 weeks till training starts. Let's find out while this loads on me, for me. Products. We are 15 days until we start training. Eee. I hate it. I do not want to run Calgary, but scrunchy. Yeah, the main reason that I'm actually running Calgary is to hopefully be fast enough to run Kyoto. So, you know, goals. All right. They were here. Do I still have the other images from previous uploads? Oh, please, 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 please. Used in, no. What if I have, oh, these are going to be old because we've uploaded so much stuff recently. Now is the time if you want any bookmarks or anything like that, because that's what I focused in on for Heritage Park. Yeah. Oh, this is why it's also good to name these, is then after if I delete them, I can search it. I wonder if I named them. I don't think I named them because I wasn't naming stuff for SEO yet. No. Okay, please don't have... Oh, no. What about date added oldest first, which is... That's old, but it should be... It's probably right in the middle of everything. Damn it. Is it going to be faster for me to find it on my computer? Except searching them would be practically impossible as well. Oh, there's triangle pouches. And... Oh, I think I might be close. Yes, I found them. Wow, okay. They're not as far back as I thought they were. That is actually kind of terrifying because that means that... Oh yeah, I'm already at like 23. Okay, well, here we go. Upload them. So there's pandas and like bamboo eating. Well, I guess they both eat bamboo. Anyway, there's red pandas, and then there's the pandas that you think of when I say pandas, probably. Hopefully. Okay. Garbage. Scraps. They don't need to be photographed, but they're still going to go towards the photograph box just so that they're off the table. And we got to add the variants. Add the variants. Add variant. Add image. Pandas. Pandas on forest green, because I am so exciting with my naming protocols with these guys. This is a physical product, and that is its HS information. Excellent. And then we need to create another variant, and we've got add image, red pandas on forest green. Add pandas on forest green. Well, I'm kind of glad that I didn't actually have those up on the site. Because A, that means that there's new products on the site easily, and B, if someone ordered it, I didn't have to worry about it being not available because I didn't know it was in the goddamn box. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. Good. That little bit of a bald spot is really bothering me. Excellent. Okay, now these little guys that need to be finished. Now they have their flappy flaps done. Oh, right. These two needed a lining fabric. That's why I'm stalled out on them. I don't know why I'm stalled out on the pandas, but these two need liners. Okay, so they need to stay here. So into no man's land. This one's practically done. So it's going to go into the practically done box. This just needs its that goes into the practically done. It just needs a thing. I think this just needs, well, it needs a little bit of work there because it's going to come apart as I pull on it. This needs to be, where's your turner? There it is. Okay, it needs to be restitched just down this edge here. And then it needs a snap on the flap. I do think I'm going to make these. I need to do it again, knowing what I know now, I think is the big thing. And then we'll see if I'm putting it into production. That's why I normally do like 2 or 3 and then decide. Some of them, obviously, it's just an instant like, yes, that's what I want to do. I don't know what to do with this. I could stitch it back like this, but I'm like, am I going to use it? Because every time I look at it, I'm disappointed. Do I open it up and reuse the fabric? Ugh. Do I just throw it out? That's super wasteful, and I cringed as soon as I said that. I'm going to stitch it back, and I'm going to give it to my eldest, because then they have a little coin pursey wallety thing for Japan. And as terrible as this is, they will not care because I made it. They won't care that it's wonky. Yeah, it's going to go to my eldest. It's too wonky to gift to someone else, but my eldest won't care. They'll just be thrilled that they got something that I made. It's terrible. Like I said, as terrible as that is. Okay, but yeah, I will stitch this back since I messed up this snap and I can't really like change that. Yeah, and then they've got like a little coin purse for Japan for next year. Good. I feel okay about that. Yeah, there. It's going into somewhere else. That is a random scrap of fabric that is actually going to be made. There's another wristlet. There's some scraps. This is stuff that's going to get made into, we can do needle stashers and an ocean's pouch from this. Yes, the cats won't run the right direction, but we're going to ignore that because it's scraps. It's the whole point. And that's not bookmarks. The bookmark case is over there, and I do need to get it because otherwise they're going to start commingling too much. But this is a dress that I just need to finish the hem on, even though I think it's too small at this point. Super cute, though. Hell, even if it just goes into the long-term box. But yeah, I just got to put a hem in here. I was going to change the thread color, and then I was like, what am I doing? I should just finish it. So it hasn't... This was technically the wearable muslin for the thing that I made for last year for one of my kiddos, which was a Rapunzel dress. I need to actually tack down the little facing here as well. It needs an iron, but it's super cute. But I needed to do some mods because, of course, Rapunzel Entangled has that like split in her skirt. So this was a test to find out A, if it fit, and B, like if I could actually put a triangle of fabric in here. And basically what it did is it just added to the fullness of the skirt. Also, this is where I figured out that I had to do some princess seams in the back. Basically I added a dart. It's not actually a princess seam. But yeah, I should just let them wear that. It's more of like a peplum. Yeah, a peplum shirt now. So that's fine. It's going to go on the whip bin for now. There's the caps for the PVC pipe that isn't working. There's a box over there. I threw them there with purpose. There is a box. There's a strip that goes into the scrap pile that apparently is like, I am totally a supply. Went into the supply box instead. That was garbage and I threw it over the edge, which I shouldn't have done. Slippers for Caroline's husband that I have yet to get back to her yet. They're from our hotel room in Japan. Those are recycling. They were the needle holders. This is a supply for the steam press. And it's starting to feel pretty good. Or at least accomplishments. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, and they'll like that because they prefer short sleeve dresses as well, so. Okay, I'm going to pop you back over there, and then I'm going to move. This is not something that needs to be in here either. That can go in the supply thing. We're going to try and pry. I'm going to go grab some things. Pliers. Urgh. Okay, almost done. And then there's some handles for stuff. Let's see if I can pry this open by brute strength or if I need to like, well, maybe. Well, just so you know, if these are properly installed, they're not going anywhere for a while. And why I'm pulling this off is because it's actually off of center by like well over, like, a noticeable amount. It's driving me nuts. So that's why. Haha! I wonder if I could reuse it. I think I might be able to reuse it if I'm smart about it. It's like, okay, if the prongs are still able to grip into the fabric, we can 100% reuse it. And the actual fabric it definitely was in there, but not by a terrible amount. This one, I think, might have to be completely redone. The other question being, did I actually damage the finish of the key fob, which I might have. Ugh. Yeah, that one's done. Toast. And yeah, the prongs are actually still bent the wrong way. By the way, if you're ordering a wristlet on the site, they are not all photographed with the little lobster clasps on them, but they will get lobster clasps before I ship them out. No, I damaged that one too much too, but that's okay. Okay. These can get dropped in here now. This whip bin keeps growing, which is good and bad. This just needs snaps. Snippety snaps. Okay, and then for stuff that's kind of small random, I'm going to put it in this, and then I'll go in the supply box to go back out. Envelope supply box. Test. Okay, Katie. Sure. Clips there. What size is this canvas? That is Kato size, so we'll pop it under with the Kato area right now. Can't really say it's a Kato bin because everything's sitting on top of the bin. This is a cut that hopefully works for the left-hand traveler pouch, so it's going to go into no man's land for now, because nothing like putting it in no man's land. We're good. Ooh, I think we can make that work mostly for bookmarks. There might be a little bit of this, but as long as we put this in towards the inside, we should be okay. This is definitely bookmark material. Okay. Excellent. And then these are rando handles. I do not know what they go with. I don't really care right now, because I don't think that they're available for... I don't think there's any bags out of those fabrics anymore. Oh man, I'm hungry. Why am I hungry? I had a good lunch. Okay. Okay, I'm just making sure that we're also available to chat on Twitch. So, sorry if I missed anything. Keep playing. Ugh. It's like Twitch is honestly the worst platform to be working on right now, I find. YouTube is way easier. There we go. How long have I been streaming? 54, 45. So I'm like a minute delayed right now. That's fine. I just want to make sure that we've got like all of the things. YouTube is coming through just fine to the software. But as I've complained before, not everything always comes through, so. Okay. Move the scissors, or the shears, so if I need the shears, I got the shears. Did we... Oh, right, these were pieces that it was square, and we were good to go. Okay. So these are going to go in the gyoza, in the bin that's here still, because they still need to have interiors cut, and so they need to stay in the sewing studio for now. I'm pretty sure it's just this whole pile, but I'm going to sort out stuff like scraps that ended up on the floor with them. Because what is keeping tidy anymore? This one actually needs to be stitched together. Like cut and stitched before we do this. So let's see. Yeah, it needs to be cut and stitched before we also square it up. So let's do that. Or I could cut it and we could just make another tote bag. What should we do? Should we do a tote bag or should we do a gyoza bag out of it? It'd be super cute as a gyoza bag. But it is a little bit small. The other thing we could do is there is enough there to make a kato bag out of it. No, stick to the plan. Gyoza bag. Stop getting distracted. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. Don't get analysis paralysis. Okay, so it's getting cut. So it can go out and get stitched back together because it's a directional print. And then it can become what it's meant to be, which is a gyoza bag. Okay, gyoza, 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 gyoza. If I get in here and any of these aren't actually square, we'll worry about it then. I'm pretty sure the majority of these were meant for gyoza bags. That needs to be ironed, so I go in the whip. Oh, now this is where it becomes cloudy because I know some of these I intended for gyoza bags. And then some of these I intended for tote bags. I think this one is cute. Yeah, there's enough cats to justify that. I'm going to assume if they're in this pile, they're going to be gyoza bags. No, not there though. That needs to be ironed. That's why that one's there. Itty bitty pieces of tool. Gyoza. A piece of like just a strip. Okay, cool. Apparently I have a strip of fabric. I'm gonna zoom you back out a little bit here so that you have a little bit wider view of the desk. Okay. Gyoza. Gyoza. Tiny pieces. Okay, so these look like that's intended for other things. Oh, okay. Never mind. All the small pieces are going to go to the side until we actually start sewing small box bags and large box bags and etc. These are all gyoza bags for sure. Gyoza, gyoza. And what they're going on top of right now is the Sheena cuts that I sorted out yesterday. So we'll just figure everything out when we actually get to this bin. I think that's a good policy right now, especially since we do need to go in and do the large box bags. So here we are, figuring it out. There's a small box bag, apparently. There's a lot of fabric here. What is going on? Okay, both layers. Excellent. And that is not... Those look like they could be... they were cut for large wedge bags, so they are going to become kato instead. Okay, scraps. Stuff. More cats. We're just going to do both of those. There's gyoza bags, partial yardage. Actually, we'll keep that out because we're going to make that into... Wait, where'd that knit fabric go that I was like, hey, oh, right, it went into no man's land. This is going to go into no man's land too, with a plan though, that is actually going to become things in sunder. Whatever. We'll deal with it when we get there, I guess. Okay, these are all handles, which is awesome because we are going to need a lot of handles coming up here. That is a small box bag. That is the last little bit of a yardage. This is going to become bookcases because it has not, book sleeves, because it has not been super popular as the other iterations that I've done, so whatever. Those look like they could all become bookmarks or notions pouches or something. I don't know. Let's put them in notions pouches for now. And if I need to shuffle them, I will. These look like... Those are cake cozies. Cake cozies. Alright. Yeah, because there's the gyoza bag for that one. Is this a gyoza bag or is that a... That's a little square that looks like it's ready to become a mini traveler sling maybe. So I'll put it in no man's land because I don't know yet. I think we decided that these weren't in, it was a waste, right? Oh no, this one is fine because we've got 4 corner cats. Okay, never mind. Some of them were definitely... There was not enough of the print visible to make it worthwhile to yeah. Ooh, we do have a large cut of this, so we should decide if we want it to become a large box bag or a Kato. I know I distributed it to the Kato box yesterday, or towards the Kato box, but that doesn't mean we can't change our mind today. All right, doom, garbage. Oh no, those are scraps. Plastic is garbage. Another gyoza. The remainder of this fabric, which has barely like seen the light of day. Have enough? Oh, it's not like... Oh, the back might have enough. Let's see. If I line it up here and line it up there, I have just enough to make a... Nope, I don't have enough. Never mind. Okay. Shoo. No man's land for the next little bit. Scoopy scrap. That is also a scrap. Okay. Kimono pieces. And then here we are getting into the stuff that I sorted yesterday. This I really should just take. Oh, there's the shears that I was missing. They're like up on the shelf where they should be so that they're not getting mixed up with the rabble. Okay, so these are the two exterior pieces for this Glenda. That obviously need to have some TLC done to them because who knows, I don't understand what's going on there. We can use this as the lining for it, which means that I am actually going to open up the flap because we're going to go in and do interfacing anyway. So we'll open up the flap, put the interfacing, take this interfacing out and put the proper interfacing and a piece of obi or kimono there as well. I need to find the other edge, or maybe we could use this. That is not large enough to make a flap out of, though. That is annoying. We did end up with quite a large piece, though, yesterday that I could use for this, I think. Could also piece it this direction, which would look okay as well. Could do that. Yeah, that actually would look really good. And then we could do the side panels out of this as well. I think that's more or less what we'll do. Okay. So that's going into the more work in the cutting studio bin. This one is going to become a bag for sure. So that's going to go into the more work in the studio as well. That's going to be the lining for it. That's why that's nested. So it's going on the gyoza pile just because that's the easiest place to put it right now. This is the other option that we could actually... Oh, no, we can't because of this. Never mind. And it is very poorly, like, placed interfacing. And yeah. No man's land. Okay. Sheena. It's going to go in that bin as well. This is something that we need to work on in the cutting studio. It's that little pouch with the vinyl. So it's going to go into no man's land as well because that is actually an excellent way to use a lot of the, I don't know what I'm using this for, fabric. This needs to be washed. Get out of here. You are for things. Where did I put them? Shit. I think I put them in the whip bin. Right. Those are going to go in the whip bin. Doesn't matter where the rest of them went. This was the offcut from the Kato. What do we have here now? Not big enough for that. Not big enough for that. This looks like it was intended for a large wedge bag. Large wedge bag, large wedge bag. But we're not making large wedge bags anymore. Oh no, it was actually intended for a tote bag, which means it's a gyoza bag. I see the stitching down there. Alright. What's the rest of this pile? Another piece of that obi, which will go into no man's land until we figure out what we're doing exactly with those other pieces. This, what's this? How big are you? I think you're a large box bag. You are. You are. Okay. Lining fabric. This is a small box bag. So that will go into no man's land for a little bit too. This My Pleasant Company is into no man's land here. This is an offcut that I can use for scrippity scraps. This is a wristlet, this is a scrunchie, and this is a bookmark. Bookmark. Wristlet. Scrunchie. Okay. Wristlet. Wristlet. On the bottom. Scrippity scraps. Small box bag. This we're gonna hold. Yeah, we're gonna make a triangle pouch out of that. Now the triangle pouch bin, I do have one in it, but it's in the storage room, so it's going to go over there. That is a piece of kimono that's been interfaced. This looks like it could be a needle stasher. Yep. Needle stasher, scraps, doohickeys, scrunchies, kimono. No, wrong shelf. Damn it. Okay, there we go. Fixed. Scraps, garbage. Little tiny scraps for me. Okay, we're getting there. Have I made even more of a mess than it was before? Kinda. But that's usually how it goes. So I'm not too worried about it yet. Yet. I probably should be, but I'm not. A nice long piece of strap? What the heck? This must be a tote bag strap. Really? It's too short. Wait, okay. Yeah, it's too short. So what are you for? Well, you're for gills of bags now. Alright. I don't know. That's weird. Okay. I'm going to pull the stuff that's kind of obvious about what we need to do. Well, okay. It's not like super obvious, but it's kind of obvious. So like this speckle stuff is not... Nice! Success! You finally got onto the stream that I'm on. The speckle fabric is like lining. It's rando lining, so it's going to go over with the lining shelf. Not perfect. We're just going to chuck it over there, and because lining shelf is another day project. Because these are not like, there's the cheater Seigai Ha, North American Seigai Ha stuff. Scraps. The tulle. There's like fabric that's actually still folded. And so that's going to become, that's going to definitely be some large box bags because it's super cute. And I popped the cherry with it earlier last year with the whole mini traveler sling as well. I don't know a better term for that, but got over the analysis paralysis of like, what am I going to make with it to start? It's so special. Capybara-san, or Onsen, was like, I'm here. You are definitely making bags out of me. We got the last little bit of the Sakura on blue, so that's going to be book sleeves when we get to it. Which reminds me, I actually need to order the interfacing here. Large box bags out of the Hedgies. We're going to do some large box bags out of that teal, black cat. Pocket fabric. Yeah, this one's down to the last of it too. These Maiko would make it absolutely spectacular. Oh, this actually looks like it's cut for Kato and large box bags. Okay, prepped, ready. Unless that is actually gyoza bags. I don't think so though, because that's a very directional print. And the gyoza bags are like not super friendly to directional prints. Okay, this is jean thread, which we're just going to throw out. Actually, is jean thread cotton or polyester? No, it's got a sheen. It's probably polyester. Okay. Or maybe a cotton poly blend or something like that. Interfacing. Cheshire Grin is going to get made into some large box bags. Ruler cats. We should just cut some more from that as well. We've got the Sand Lucky Cats. I know a lot of these I earmarked for fin sling bags, but honestly we haven't gotten to sewing fin sling bags. So for now we're just going to make with them what we're doing, and especially for the next few weeks here or 2 weeks, because it's Saturday, right? Yeah, it's 2 weeks to Creekside today, so I think most otherwise this is gyoza. That's garbage. And then I think we're down into mostly scrap fabric. I can't tell. So we'll deal with this first and then we'll go into that. That needs to become other bags. Yeah, we're down to like the last of a lot of these. Holy. And Dallas the other day was like, are you going to have enough fabric to wait till February 26th? And I'm like, I'm going to have to, because it's not like it can go this year. Well, I'd love to, but I don't think it's happening. Yeah, I don't know. We're getting tight. Okay, yeah, like those. That's the last of all that. Sushi Neko is just gonna get. Well, I think a good goal this round is to get a lot of this wrapped up. That's a tote bag. Cut. Okay. That's gyoza, but I think it's 2 cuts for gyoza. Maiko, a random piece of denim, which I don't think I have a use for anything that small, but you know. Okay, that one as well. So I am going to put a lot of the fabrics that we're just going to work with in a few, like tomorrow or Monday, into the no man's land, because we know that we're going to be cutting extremely soon. Okay. There's more obi. That is a handle cut if I need it. Now we're into a little bit of the discard pile that I was starting yesterday. These are notions pouches and the linings thereof. So we're just going to put those needle stashers, notions pouches. And then I'm going to put the lining up there because it's multi-use. And then actually the other pieces that are like need to be figured the fuck out will go on the bottom, I think. Or into the actual bin that they're supposed to. Let me see if I've got it accessible right now. Because yeah, this is a lot of bookmarks here. And there's another case that we can actually put into the thing. We're not using those. Tool. Bum. Like that and that. Okay, and then the rest of that's mostly scrap, so that'll be easy to tidy up in a little bit. We're not touching you with a 10-foot pole today, but where's the rest of you? Okay, that's actually more for large box bags. This is a eyeglass case that is set to fail, so we're going to go in and swap it up a little bit before we finish it, or try to finish it. Oh, there's the tiger fabric. Okay. Actually, what am I doing? That needs to be sorted. Okay. And then this is kimono. And that's interfacing. What's this? That's kits that need to be figured. And then, haha, here it is. Okay, so we got a full, like, box that I've been keeping for notions, pouches, and needle stashers. So that's where those can go. And then we'll just keep the exteriors separate, I think. And stuff like this is really good for, like, the card pockets and stuff like that. So that's why I think we'll just continue to gather everything in there. Yeah, and then I know where it is. Also, it just makes my life easier. Less thought processing to ease everything up. That's needle stashers. That one is already prepped, so it stays out. Because what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go in and, like, prep all the exteriors. And then we can go in and we can actually do whatever we're making. So that is one of the tasks after Shindig. Not Shindig, Creekside, so Airdrie in 2 weeks. Actually, in that case, I shouldn't, yeah. We're not measuring anything today, so I'm going to pop it all into a generic bin, and then we'll do it later. Like these guys. These guys are very obvious. There's notions, pouches, and there's needle stashers. Notions, needle. So they're just, this I know is also a needle stasher, and this is a notions pouch. So if it's that obvious, we'll just do that. This is a bookmark. It's too small otherwise. I think that's actually a bookmark as well. Lining, lining, lining. That is a needle stasher. Yes. Notions. Needle. No, bookmarks. Okay. Notions, bookmarks. And then I like how I was like, I'm not going to measure anything. And now we're thigh deep in it, I guess. So, needle stashers. Needle stasher. They still need to be cut down, but that is the trajectory for them right now. That's the best description for it. Okay, those are all needle stashers as well. I know that for sure. You, my Scowly Cat, are notions pouches. And this is a lining for a needle stasher already prepped. This is looking like a gyoza bag. Yep. Cool. Lining, notions, bookmark. Okay, bookmark, lining, lining. Yeah, whatever, we're good. That looks like a needle stasher as well. Needle stasher. I could technically sort this bin out and then it would just be done, but I don't know what the but is. Actually, no, I'll pop it into the cart right now and we'll just deal with it later and we can cut everything down at that time. Okay, that's why. This isn't actually... Nope, this is a lot of these old scraps, which I've been repurposing into the appliques. Okay, so these all do need to stay here then, because they will become more appliques this year because I've actually used them all up on the stuff. Yes, I still need to list them on the site. That has not happened yet. This looks like a needle stasher. That also looks, actually this looks like probably a wristlet. Yep. Wristlets are on the bottom. That's right, wristlets are on the bottom. That looks like it could be a bookmark if I play my cards right. Is that long enough for a wristlet? No, so that's bookmarks. Okay. Let's deal with this one and then we can just put anything back that, like the things. The things being those things, which are the things. That's all bookmark lining. Perfect. Oh yeah, look at that. There's like I thought this was the bookmark bin, so I was right in part. I must have condensed all of this stuff in here at another point. Scraps. No, those are larger scraps that could be like actual proper patchwork scraps. This is stuff that will end up being put into or onto the Cricut. Doom, doom, doom. So the Cricut cuts like the, or actually, yes, it could also be, that's what this is cute for, would be the coasters. Which are also down here. Then, so they still need to be like interfaced, but then they would be able to do, yeah, cat head coasters. Those would be super cute. And they haven't been like a runaway hit, but they've been selling like, well, okay, for the number that I had, they sold really, really well, so I'm happy with that. So yeah, those are good shapes and sizes for that. That's a good one for bookmarks. Bookmarks. I know when I first did the bookmarks, I went through and I did all the pair-up fabrics. But as we go through these, we might end up just doing like, hey, the cat's doing things goes really well with the sheep. Actually, this is a bookmark right here. Never mind. But I like that idea. The pandas go with the sheep. That sheep is too small. That sheep is too small for anything, I think. Yeah. Boom. There's pandas, though. So there we go. So there's a good bookmark. Okay. Bookmarks. I think that was the idea behind this one, probably. Yeah, there's bookmarks there. I'm not going to sort this bin. Famous last words. Okay, there's definitely a bookmark in the middle there. I wonder if there's a... Oh, yeah, there's two, right? There's two pieces right there. Okay, and is this large enough for bookmarks? We'll make it work. Okay. Black cats, bookmarks. Oh, yeah, I'm going to keep... So any of these pieces with the cats, I'm going to keep set aside because that's still a Sheena that hasn't been made, so it's going to go in the bin with the Sheenas. This was intended to be a cake cozy, but it's too thick a fabric for that, so we're going to do bookmarks. And then we're into the stuff where it's like, they were too small for things that I was making at the time, but now that we've got the bookmarks, they're large enough cuts for some of it. Those are strips. That are too small. That is large enough. There is a bunch more for appliques. Applique. You're an excellent piece for bookmark. You're a strip. Appliques. Just a square. I feel like we have another piece of this. I don't know. Applique. You look like you might, if you're long enough, we can make a bookmark out of you. Yes, I do have more. The corgi fabric. Whoa, hi, cat. I know that we set it aside for the gyoza. Yeah, I've got the light blue corgi. I'm just looking in the shelves. There is definitely some corgi fabric left. I don't know how much, but and some. That looks like a triangle pouch. And if it's not, we'll make it into a... It's not, but that is an excellent cake cozy. Where'd cake cozies go? Bottom? Bottom. Good. These, I think, are all cake cozy cuts. I think, yeah, with these, we'll do cake cozies and scrunchies. Yeah. Again, we haven't cut anything down yet, so it's just getting put into the shelves to work with later. That looks like a cut for a planner pouch. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so that's an oddball size. That is a dual for bookmarks. I think all of these look like they're probably double-sided for bookmarks. Yep. Okay. Scrap management. I hate it and love it. There we go. Cat's like, I am totally going to supervise you. That is also a pencil cut case. This looks like it probably could pass for a pencil case as well. If I sew it, oh, it's not tall enough. Bookmarks. Bookmarks. That's a needle stasher. As is that. As is you. As are you. As you are. Aw. Do you need another one, and so that you don't have to like fight her for it? Because I 100% can just add one on there. Wristlet. He loves the love, Dawn. He's definitely going to get in the way, but, you know, he's a cat. Bookmarks, bookmarks, bookmarks. Actually, I'll message you after the stream and we can chat about that. It will work. Bookmark. I think this is bookmarks. Yes. Technically, it could be a needle stasher. How long was that needle stasher that I like poofed out just now? Oh yeah, those are needle stasher lengths. Okay. There is. Oh, I think we've got a large box bag that actually needs a handle from this fabric. So I'm going to set that aside. Not quite in no man's land, but kind of in no man's land. And we'll deal with that later. Okay. These look like they're probably all needle stashers. I go back in later and I'm like, oh no, they're not needle stashers. There's not much skin off my nose, whatever. That's applique. This was that piece of fabric that I messed up on the last cut for the Kato. So that'll be, we'll make needle stashers and notions pouches out of it. How large a cut is this? Oh, you're almost the right size for a bookmark, but not quite. That's really scrippy scraps. Aw, awesome. My sister-in-law was traveling in London and Scotland last year, and she brought back a book about the Queen's Corgis, which is adorable. Scottish, what was that? Scottish fairy tales, and the Queen and her Corgis. Scraps. Actually, that's what we're gonna do. I know that feels like kind of a waste instead of like patchworking them. But all these little squares that I have, instead of having to go in and open them up, we're just going to slice them up. And then we'll stuff them into the tool. That's what we're going to do. And actually, a lot of the stuff left over from all of this, too, can be done that way. So, these then are... Actually, that's where I should have been putting all the scraps, is in here. There we go. Okay, that is good lining fabric for all of this. What's this? How large are you? You have a massive selvage. Notions pouch. Notions pouch. Blech. Notions pouch. Like, where am I putting the notions pouches? We need this bin. Okay. Now we're into the stuff that still handles. We've got this random piece, right? This has been loved on by the kids with their sidewalk chalk or something. So it needs a wash along with the sharks. It's not the kids, it's the cats, and vice versa. Okay. Now we're into I kind of am organized bin when I was cutting. But the joke's on me because it overflowed. So let's pick up the stuff that overflowed out of it. That is, however, the last thing that's actually like impeding my access to the cutting table. So I'm going to spend one more good day tidying up tomorrow, but if I don't get anything else done, I at least can start cutting. Is that the perfect solution? Hell no. Is it sometimes the gotta get things functional and then we can work it out later? Yes. Okay. I have bins for all these tiny little pieces of obi and kimono. So we're just going to make a pile, and then they are tucked a little bit back right now, so I'll just have to specifically reach in to put these in. Now, I am going to be keeping these because I want to try out those little, like I said, the tool bags. And so, like, this stuff is perfect for that. And then the cotton scraps like this will go to my friend who uses them for stuffing. Hopefully. She turned down it last year because she's like, she had too much, but no one else has like taken them, so I kind of hope that she does this year. That's garbage. Tatara, Twill. That looks like a lining piece, if it's big enough. Let's find out. It's definitely wide enough. Is it long enough? We can make it work. Perfect. Needle stashers. Garbage. The problem is that the garbage is not open, so it's not actually going in the garbage. And then there's fray everywhere right now. Ugh. Okay. All right, so all these lining pieces that have been sitting around, got washed and wrinkled, are just going to go in for lining, because whatever. I don't have those fabrics anymore, and at this point, the easier way to deal with this is just going to be dumping it. And we're going to call this and go in for a kato out of this, because it's the like singular piece left. What are you guys? You're somethings, but I don't know what. Oh, right. This has like the stuff on the bottom. Okay. So this bin then. It'll become something. I actually freed up a bin because most of these have homes outside of that bin. So it could be the transportation bin is probably what it'll become. Okay. Oh, I don't want to have to sort these. This is... I'm still leaning towards... I need to get like a couple big garbage pails for beside the sewing machine. And I just like am able to sort these squares out as I cut them into either North American or Japanese scraps. Because I'm not going to use the North American scraps. That's kimono. That's mine. North American. Japanese. I don't know what the hang up there has been that I haven't done that yet. I think it's mostly I just haven't done it. Something I should get for the hanging of the fabrics. I don't. Oh yeah, you guys. I'm like, can you guys even see what the hell I'm doing? Yeah, I've done scrap bundles to sell before as well. Flynn, you are on the laptop. You're going to disrupt the stream. There, get in the bin. They've never done very well for me, so maybe some of the stuff that I don't use, I'll do that with. But for now, I think with the confetti things, we'll have a good use for the majority of these. Because literally the video I was watching last night, she was like, just took her rotary cutter to all of them and just went like back and forth over all of them, and it looks so satisfying. And then basically just stuff them all into the tool bag, which is exactly what I was intending to do. So I think we got it. The other thing is actually if I did separate up into the Flynn, I know it's warm, but you are a pest. Come on. Where do you need to go? I know. I love you too. But you can't be a pest. Yeah, if I were to actually separate them up into like a garbage pail separately, it would be easier to just process them for anything. So I know. You're like, I am offended. Well, guess what? You're a cat. I know this is absolutely riveting content. Suffer in pain with me. Alright. There's stuff like this too. So this cake pop fabric that I never ended up using. And I'm kind of like meh on it now. I'm like, I think I am going to go in and do a de-stash here. Because there is some stuff that's just like, I'm not Like, I bought it, super enthusiastic about it, and then it just never went anywhere. So that one was actually bought as a backup for kits with Caroline originally. And I just never, it wasn't a good color combo for yarn, I don't think. Or I don't know if I even floated the idea, because I think I found one that was actually cuter. That one needs charcoal on the bottom. So yeah, I don't know. And then I just was not, I think it was that, and then I just wasn't enthused about using it after that, because it didn't get used for its intended purpose, so I was just like, eh. I don't know. So I think with the tulle things that I'm talking about, what I'm going to try first is I might try the Notions pouches, and then I'm really leaning heavily towards, I think they'd be freaking adorable for, the book sleeves. And so I have to figure out a way to keep the majority of the like bulk out of the seams. So I think what I'm going to do is it's going to kind of be a because you have to like sew down the edges of the tulle anyway. I'm going to sew them onto a backing fabric instead of a foam or anything like that, because I really do like the foam interfacing. So I think put them on a backing fabric, tack the tulle down to that backing fabric so it makes our sack to like stuff everything in, and then I can apply the foam interfacing to the back of that backing fabric, and then it'll be all like quilted down to that backing fabric. I think that's going to be the like best way to do it. Who knows? It's all going to be an experiment when and if I have time this year. So the fact that I'm sorting scraps right now is not a good indication that I will have a lot of time this year. But it'll be fun. There'll be like, yeah, maybe like, you're right, like pockets on the interiors. That could be fun too. Feels like a lot of work for pockets, but, or like I was thinking like Notions pouches maybe. Why I was leaning towards the book pockets is the fact that the fabric and then also the quilting would actually add more padding to the book. So we could actually we may not even need to use a foam. We might just be able to use like the structure from the stitching. So I don't know. I guess we'll find out here. Not rapidly, but we'll find out. I need to like write out the list of like my goals for what I want to add this year, because it's like there's the fin sling bag, which we still need to like prototype and see if it works. We are short on Kato. We're short on large box bags. We are over halfway through the small box bags I sewed in August already. Yeah. But yeah, what I should do is I should write out what we actually want to do. I know I kind of did already, but now I'm like, I think half the whiteboard got like erased, so who knows anymore. Let's shove this back a little bit more, and then I can. Maybe what I'll do is I'll bring this up, and then it'll just be drop into that bag and then drop onto here. Yeah, that'll work, I think. So, well, this is the way that the year always starts out, though, really, is like tidying everything up. I'm sorry, but it has been hilarious watching people's reaction to the room on Instagram, like, my OCD could never. And I'm like, well, neither can mine. Disclaimer, I'm not actually OCD, or at least not diagnosed OCD. But it's like, I could never work at it. It's like, no, that's why we're cleaning it up. This was I either have to ditch it as it is so I can finish stuff for a show, or the stuff doesn't get finished for the show, so. And I know, I could try and keep it tidy as I'm working, but that just never seems to be the priority, so. I need to put some more systems in place for like scrap management and stuff like that. I think And that's why I think the garbage bin's just being there, because then I can, like, yeah, we'll try it. What's the worst that's going to happen? I pass on the garbage bins when I figure out that I don't use them. If I don't use them. I think I would, though. Because then you could just sort them as you actually cut them out, sort of thing. Which means that I wouldn't have to, like, in the grand scheme of it, it might take the same amount of time, but then it would take up less mental time, basically. Would be the benefit. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Because there's, like, the mental time of dreading having to tidy everything up. That's what you would be avoiding, so. So I didn't really dread it. I was, like, very antsy to get down here this year, because I was like, antsy because it's like, I gotta get this tidied or else I'm not going to get anything done for Creekside. So there was that factor of, like, that's definitely the fire under my butt right now, which, hey, if it keeps me more on track, I will take it. At least doesn't keep me off track. I don't know. Something. It's all something, that's for sure. Yay, we're kind of into more actual, like, cut scraps versus boxing scraps. So that helps, because that's less sorting. Get off. Go. Now, we are not going to commingle the obi and kimono scraps with the cotton linen scraps. That is still something that we are going to keep separate. However, all these little scrappy scraps that are in here, we're just, yeah, now that I had that brainwave that we can just use the squares for the tool bags, I will just, everything will just go together, so. Doom, doom. Okay, I'm going to target trying to get just one fabric at a time instead of having to deal with all the piles, maybe? I don't know. Could I do this while I'm working with it? 100%. Am I going to? Obviously not. Hard enough to get myself to work with the scraps. If I had to also sort it when I was, like, sitting down to use them, it would never happen at all. Because at least I've been playing around with the scraps to figure out what I kind of want to do with them the last couple of years. There's been nothing that's like, I've been like, yes, this is what I want to do, so. Oh, and Andrea, by the way, with the shipping on the scraps, it doesn't turn out too bad. Because what I end up doing, or at least when I did it previously, what I did was, those words, vacuum sealed them. And so that helped, like, reduce at least the size, not the weight, but the size. What I should do, because I know that I've been asked for them at a couple shows, especially up in Dawson, is maybe I'll do up some, like, grab bags for particular shows. Maybe from, like, the stash of things that we've finished for that show. That would be kind of fun. Also, weigh in. Do you like having, like, exclusive things when you're at events? So, like, what I'm thinking this year is it's my 10th Knit City. 10th Knit City Vancouver. 10th year with Knit City? 10th year with Knit City. So I'm thinking that I kind of want to do something special, but I do not know what. It's like, should I just do buttons? Or like, maybe like a little acrylic like keychain for the bags that they buy there or something like that. It's kind of a weird thing to celebrate, but it's also like, I don't know. I know it's not like a retreat thing, so it's not like SSK where I know a lot of people do specialty things to be like, here's the commemorative like special edition SSK bag, the retreat down in Tennessee, right? So yeah, I think scrap bags at shows make more sense, so maybe I'll do that. I'm also going to start a and this is something I'll offer online as well, is a scoop service for stitch markers and progress keepers. I just haven't figured out like what exactly that entails. So like 1 scoop, 2 scoop, what I would put them in as a package. That's the stuff that's like I gotta roll over in my head to figure out first before I actually start to offer it specifically. Thank you. That's a good idea, Wendy, is like the Ziplocs. Sorry, I'm like actually behind on chat today. Yes, beginning of the year, it's actually very Japanese as well, is like technically I should have had this done before the new year, but they do a lot of cleaning before the new year to kind of like get old energy out, I think is the main idea. So Ziplocs are a fantastic idea. So far we're okay because I just got this cardboard box. Ha ha ha. So till we actually start. And doing it in the front of the TV would be a good idea, but that would mean that I have to carry it all the way upstairs. Well, I guess I got a TV down here, but then I couldn't chat with you guys, so. And since we're all riveted here, obviously, this is the place to be. I could have used a beer today, though. Mind numbing. This at least doesn't require much thought outside of Japanese, North American. That is one nice thing about this task. So, yeah, a scoop of stitch markers is the idea. I've actually got a clear scoop for it. So it's like a couple of the things I'm hung up on is I want to make it aesthetic. So you get like a video of you getting a scoop of stitch markers. Always got to think about the content creation, unfortunately. It's like, ugh. But I think I've figured out what I'm going to use. Michael's has like little clear square boxes. I just haven't gone and got more. Because what I was going to do is that they can also, the little clear boxes can also be the storage item for like taking them to shows and stuff like that. I was going to try and find like a glass container, but it does, because I was like, sustainability. But it's not very sustainable if I try to take it to a show and it breaks. So I'm going to go with a little plastic container, which should be heartier and a little bit easier to pack. And all of that. So it'll kind of like do a double whammy. And then it'll just be the thing that has all the little stitch markers in it. And it'll be a lot of like, I'm tired of making these and don't want to make another set. Stitch markers or... what was the other thing I was thinking it would be? It would be stuff like, this didn't work out exactly how it is, or I can't replicate it, or whatever. So it's going to be a lot of like one-off stuff and things like that. A lot of progress keepers and things. So the other part of this is like, that was a hang up. The other hang up is what to price it at, to be honest, because there's always that question. What do you price it at? So, the hardest question. Yeah, that's true, especially because I usually do have it at least contained in something at this point. This big New Year's clean out has to be downstairs. But if I do keep it, well, okay. The goal is to keep it just not like this at all. Failing that, upstairs with the kids. Yeah, this is a good... Actually, they probably could even help with it. It's like, these go here and these go here. Especially the eldest, because they've got the pattern recognition and they want a job to help. It's like, it's really hard to figure out a job where it's like, well, you're like, what can't you injure yourself on right now? So. Okay, some of this is easy because it's just like, it's clumped up from cutting. Some of it is not. I think we're getting into more of the like cut scraps, which will be a little bit easier. Okay, lining. Yep. Japanese. Yeah, a lot of these are like the cuts from the mini traveler slings, so they're like really oddball shapes and sizes. And so that's why this confetti thought process, I think, is a good idea. That, however, is a bookmark cut. Okay. As is that. I'm going to actually move this up here because it's more out of the way. And then there's my obi and kimono scrap pile. It'll need a little bit better sorting for sizes because we were doing bookmarks out of this as well. Yeah, see, like, oh, that's one of those embroidery bags that is no longer. Oi! It's one of the big ones. Oh, damn it. Okay. Well, that's a lot of yardage to reclaim. Okay, scraps. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a big clump of just Japanese scraps. Or close enough for the majority of it. Again, it's not like it's like going to cause any issue if it's not completely sorted. Just nice to have it mostly sorted when we go to work with it. Okay. Lining, Japanese. A random piece of actually big fabric. What the heck? That looks like a tote bag cut. So that's going to go under here. Scribbity scraps. Here. Failed. Oh, actually, yeah, a lot of these will also make good buttons. So we'll do some of that one. Yeah, we'll do some of those as well from this pile of stuff. Because I think especially if I get the smaller. So right now I've got like the 1.25 inch or something like that because it was cheaper. But I think there's the 1 inch, and I think if I have a 1 inch template, then it will be even better for buttons. Like for these smaller pieces like this. And since this is mostly interfaced, that means that the buttons turn out even nicer actually because it creates a nice barrier. Some of the, like, if the fabric's thick enough, it's not a big deal. But some of the fabrics being thinner, it means that you can sometimes see the metal through the fabric. So yeah, exactly. When it's manageable, I will bring them into the fold. Okay. Nice thing is that because we cut the stuff how we did for the minis and like a bunch of the other things, well, actually just the minis, because the minis are, I think, all cut, right? It was the passport folders that were still kind of, everything else that we're still working on. Anyway, because we cut the minis the way we did, they're not actually mixed in with a lot of the lining fabric. Woo-hoo. That's where I was going with that eventually. Okay, let's pull this out a bit more so I can access the back of that box. There we go. All right, and then we're getting into stuff like this. And what is this? Well, obviously it's a piece of fabric, but I don't know what it was actually intended for, if it was intended for anything. Oh boy. Okay. Doom, 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 doom. North American, Japanese, Japanese, North American. Googly-eyed large cats, kimono, Japanese, tiny pieces. Okay, some of these are too tiny, so they'll go into the stuffing bag, because whatever. Yeah, so the video I was watching for this, though, it was like, she had this, like, tiny little, like, organza bag of scraps, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. I'm just thinking about it right now. I'm like, that is remarkably not a lot of scraps. What are you doing for, like, sewing? It was tiny. That's a nice good cut for bookmarks. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't clue into that one while I was watching the video, but yeah, it just popped into my head. I'm like, wait. I was like, she was whatever. She was holding it in a bag from like the wool warehouse, like one of the organza bags, and I'm like, I know the size of those bags. And she used most of them for the project. I'm like, whoa. We're gonna use this for a gyoza bag. Some of the last of that cat with roses. Another gyoza bag. This red floral is a pocket fabric. Again, pocket fabrics are another day project. We're not worrying about them until we have to do those other things, which are, well, pockets. Kato bags. That's a good set of pocket stuff for the blurdy blurs. Those wedge bags that we're going to make into purses. Yeah, it's the... Shh. No, right? Totally razzing someone that I don't even know about their like small stash, and then I dump a thing of like OB scraps, right? Exactly. This is how we roll around here. That's actually not even a scrap. That's a full-on piece that we can use for stuff. Oh god, now I'm just completely off track, which is fine, but I'm distracted. Anyway, it is the cutting bin. It's the bin that I did actually put all the scraps in to keep them mostly off the floor. Yay me. When I was doing that looks like it might be big enough for passport folders. When I was doing all the cuts for the minis and everything like that. Obi, kimono. Yeah. Okay. Good enough. Ugh, there's so much dust. No. North American. Obi. This is why it's like I don't keep the North American scraps. They go away if I can get rid of them. Hi, Dahlia. You two are very much looking to be involved today, hey? Hey, sweet pea. What's up? Please don't. Go that way. You're nice and warm. Where have you been? Have you been on your little sleeping pad? Yeah? Okay. Cotton. Obi. Japanese. Obi. Cotton. That looks like, oh yeah, that's totally bookmark, or actually even, that looks like it might be needle stasher. Yeah. Needle stasher and notions pouches. North American. Okay, so next time have a bin to sort these out, because they were actually fairly separated if I hadn't thrown them in the same bin. It's like I can just grab handfuls and I'm not too worried about what I'm grabbing, to be honest. I say as I grab like half a dozen OB pieces out of that one. Cottons. Yeah, that's mostly cotton as well. There is a lot of little just like edge cuts too, which is kind of annoying. Like this, which I guess we'll still, that's perfect for like the confetti stuff. So, okay. Since my OB bin is hidden in the cupboard right now, we are going to use the larger OB, the bin that I just emptied, for this stuff. Once I get the last few pieces sorted here, generally sorted. I don't know why my OB scarf is here. I think actually oh no, this is a child. Okay, so I thought this was an adult thing. So this is supposed to go around your waist above the OB to like cover a bunch of the workings of it. Turns out it's a child's, and I had been using it for like 12 years until I went to get professionally dressed by Chi-Chi Kimono, because she was at the new Japanese Canadian Association thing a couple years ago, and she went, "This is a child's, not an adult's," and I'm like, oh, well, that explains it. But we were self-taught when we were in Japan, and the internet resources were terrible. Like they're minimal internet resources, And then it's just like you're in Japan and it's like, who knows how to get you dressed. Like, you aren't going and purchasing the pieces with your Okasan necessarily. So anyway, finally got it figured out, but it was a little bit embarrassing. Although now we can use it with the kiddos. So this is a whole nother section of stuff. Okay, we're no man landing the fabrics, the exterior fabrics that are larger for now. And we will figure them out once I get these obi scraps into a bin, I think. That's garbage because it doesn't have any interfacing left on it. This is cotton. Cotton. Here. Don't think too hard on it. Just do. Okay, and then why is some of this stuff interfaced? I don't even remember what you're for, but all right, get out of here. Lining. This is a bunch of the stuff for handles, hopefully. And then, okay, I think we're pretty close to good. Oh, this is handles mostly. Okay, that is not. That is charcoal, and I think we probably could use it for that bunny bag that's back there that needs charcoal. And that is the actual yardage that I was looking for to make the kato instead of cut up a tote bag. That, however, can become another large box bag. And there is the navy canvas. That's all cottons. That bin is full. So there's twill. Which actually that might, no, it's not a big enough piece, never mind. Put it back there, no man's land as well. Okay. That's interfaced. Okay, so that's a large enough piece, and that's a large enough piece to keep out for stuff. It's not scraps. That's, thing about this is, like, a lot of this is useful for zipper tabs, but digging through it every time is also detrimental to timing, like, and efficiencies. So I'm gonna call it there because that is definitely good enough for those. And then I'm gonna grab the bin, and what we're going to do, stuff like this is going in the bin, right? This is scrippy scraps to, like, confetti with. So that can go in here for sure. This is not for me. This is stuff that's good for bookmarks, though. So let's... Okay, so bookmark material, it's going to be really obvious what is obi and what is not. So it can all go together with the cotton and cotton linen blends. Not a big deal. Orange for lining. Like this opalescent floral pieces that are left over are really good for bookmarks. That is not. That's not. That's not. Ow. That is. I think that is. It's definitely wide enough. Is it deep enough at its shortest part? No. So there we go. Done. No. No. Bookmarks are the plastic bin. Bookmarks are the plastic bin. Okay. But this is right. Not all of this is. That looks like it might be. I don't think it's tall. Yeah, probably. There's at least one piece in there. Okay. No. Yes. No. No. Maybe. Yes. No. No. Close enough. Not this portion, though. There we go. Okay. No. 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 Yes. That actually looks like quite a good couple of, at least. Maybe some very luxurious bookmarks. No. 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 That's not even for me. That is a piece of interfacing that we will not speak of. No. 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 Oh, yes. Yeah, there's definitely one in there. But I don't want to have have to keep this whole piece in that bin. Yeah. Get out of here. You're over there. Okay. No, 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 no. Not for me. Maybe. Not there though. Not there. I think maybe. No. No, that's garbage. There's not enough like fusing on it still. No, 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 no. We will definitely be cutting the confetti on one of the self-healing mats. This one that I have here is not. And it's battered. So I don't want to have a bunch of like tiny OB pieces getting hung up because I cut on the non-self-healing mat. I know I should invest in a non-self-healing or in a self-healing mat, but this one was $20 compared to like $250, and that was 5 years ago. So no. I'll just trim. We're gonna trim this small little marks off here. Go there. I think there is some there. I think there's probably a fish bookmark in there somewhere too. No, no. Yes. Can we make it work? No. Okay, cool. Fine by me. No, no. Cottons. No, no, no. No, yes. Okay. No, 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 no. Yes. At least a portion of that. No. Yes. That blue down at, nah. This blue down here is definitely a 4x4 square. Yeah, you definitely have to like replace them quite often, and mine is like, even my self-healing is feeling it a little bit because I don't think it's designed for semi-industrial use either. But this one was already secondhand and it was obviously well loved, but again, I paid $20 for it on like Facebook Marketplace, so I'm not complaining. It's served its purpose, that's for sure. It also proved that it would be nice, like what it is it's such a big cutting mat for the table as well, so it proved that I definitely need a larger cutting mat. So because before I was working with like the 24x36s, and when you start getting into the canvas, well, this one barely works. So yes, they do that too. It is one benefit to this one that I'm seeing, that they're not it's not being affected too much by the laptop, although this laptop does run pretty chill too. So okay, definitely can get some bookmarks out of that. I think probably there specifically. No. If this is wide enough, we will put it over there. I don't think it is. Nope. No, no. Yes. It's like right on that edge. We'll put it in the bookmark bin, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Whatever. No skin off my nose. I think this one works as well once you take this stuff off of it. No. 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 No, we already sorted those out, that those were going in here. Okay, I think we are down to the actual proper scraps right now. Yeah. This might get a square out of it. That's North American. No. Yeah, look at that. That's a nice big chunk for bookmarks right there. But we are definitely in the dregs. Perfect. These ones are going to be so much fun when they pop up into this, like, into this tool thing because of that, like, iridescence. Oh, they're going to pop so good. Okay. No, 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 not for me, though, at all. They go up here. That looks like another fishy bookmark there. I think we're done. Woohoo! Okay, so that's actually... Yeah, so now that is all the bins that were impeding my direct access to the cutting table. So if I were to clear the cutting table, I would be happy and I could cut right now. In theory. We're going to tidy up a bit more because I'm not doing this for probably the rest of the year. Shh. Or at least, okay, I won't be doing it again before Dawson Creek. That's for damn sure. Because, like, there's just no time. There's barely time to do it now. Because the fire under butt is the fact that I have to, or else I couldn't actually even reach the freaking cutting table. So, here we are. I think that's everything. Yep. Okay, those are all North American. All the lining pieces. And then we've got the last couple dregs. I think we did it. Sweet. Okay, now the thing we're gonna be a little bit lazy, and I'm just gonna stack it on top of the gyoza box. And then these are not for me. That one is, and then this is garbage. Yeah, it's garbage. Not enough using on it still. We've got a lot of tool pieces that we can actually use for this project. The red's kind of nice because it would create a cast to it, whereas a lot of the other, like that ivory, you're not really going to see, which is nice in its own way. But this is going to be really fun to play with. So I think what we should do next then... Oh, never mind. Okay, lining, Obi. Okay, so these are handles, I think, mostly for the bags that we're going to end up cutting out. So they are going into no man's land. I'm referring to it as no man's land because it's like stuff I don't know what we're doing with quite yet, but I'm pretty sure we'll be using in the next few days. What else needs to be cleared? The whip bin needs to go out. Because I'm like, I keep bumping into something. So that's what I keep bumping into. There is the last piece of this, which looks like I've actually prepped it for Kato. But after having seen the Sheena in the pile yesterday, I think we probably could make the base for it out of that. So let's keep that for now. It's like this. There's actually more under my feet. 1 second. Garbage. This doesn't fit under my sink to fill up to actually put it in the iron. So that should actually just go into the main house somewhere. It doesn't have to go get out of the house. That's Obi. That is also Obi. And that is a bookmark size. And then this is also a bookmark size. Perfect. Garbage. Recycling, I guess, more. Which is accessible. Oh, there's the bag. Okay. I found the bag that we got the handle for back here that's waiting for it. Plunk. So it can go on the actual, like, time to finish box. Sure. Garbage. And then I was going to keep these for the kids to kind of, like, make art stuff with. Okay, next step. So yeah, so we'll keep the tool around. So we're going to deal with the tool because it's just kind of floating around right now and it is annoying. I don't quite know how to deal with the tool, but I guess that's what we're doing now. God, I hate working with tool. I love how I'm like totally going to jump into making stuff with tool and I absolutely abhor working with it. Well, okay. It was tough working with multiple layers for the circle skirt. I'm going to do it to myself again. But that's why I'm going to only make the underskirt and then a bunch of overskirts. Because I'm just like, oh, I don't want to have to like layer these up. That is the bane of it. Is like making sure that all the layers are lined up. So I actually did end up just basting them together. And then I sewed them all to an elastic band basically. Oh, whatever. what we're gonna do? We're gonna just shove these all together and not worry about it, and we're gonna throw it in one of the cubby holes that is like only partially full. That's where it can live. Okay, get all the pieces. And shove. Actually, I'll put it in with the webbing, and then it's out of the fabrics, but it's still in plain sight. There is Polypro coming off the shelf, so we're gonna roll it up and put it on the shelf. We have another bin of OB scraps, but these are the big scraps. So these are the we're waiting to use them scraps. And just shoving some of the interfacing in the bin where it belongs. That is stock bin. There we go. Just pick it up off the floor. And then let's just pick up all the stuff that's on the floor that doesn't need to be here, like the cat toy. Flynn's like, ooh, is that mine? Okay. What is down? Oh, God. Like, what is down here? Ah. Okay, some praise is needed because I am being a lot more thorough than I normally would be with this tidy up, but I am over this, so. Oh, boy. More scraps to deal with. More scraps, because there's always more scraps. And then that is supplies. Japanese scraps. Stood up too fast. Ooh. There's a full bin of like scraps to use down here. But actually, I think most of it is like, most of it's actually pretty good. We're like at the point now where it's, so because I did things the other day. What did I do the other day? Not like you could tell, but I did pick up all the denim and put it in a couple bins. So those bins kind of have to stay where they are because we're going to actively be using them here soon. There's a bin of scraps which we will sort through because then I can put the smaller scraps in the scrippy scrap bin and keep the scraps that we're going, not scraps, but like the actual like pieces that we can use for stuff can go into things. We've got a bunch, it looks like, of notions pouches and needle stashers already sorted right here, so we will finish the sort with them finally. Because like this, I know a lot of people do, but I do not qualify this as a scrap. This is still a very usable piece of fabric, so it's going to go into that bin with the other usable pieces of fabric. I have tulle here, that's what I bundled up, so I'm going to put that in the shelf. But I can actually walk on my floor because this bin needs to go away. It's got its marching orders. And then we've got a bunch. Oh, and then the supply bin can go on top of it so that's off the floor. Yay! If I don't get this finished today, it's not going to take much work tomorrow, I don't think. That bin is just to photograph. This one I think is mostly personal stash. But we'll sort it anyway, because why? Oh no, never mind. It's got other things in it. Okay, good. That is for, we've got a plan for those. These are no man land handles, and there is more scraps. Surprise! All the scraps. This is cotton batting, which we need for the bowl cozies if I get my ass in gear for them. So I'm going to put them back here. Wait, what is that? Okay. Yeah, that That stuff all back there is a completely different story because I need to sort out a better solution for like actual storage. This is polyester quilt batting, and this is maybe something that we'll end up using as the, actually that's what we could do, is we could use this kind of for the backing for the tool stuffing things. I don't know yet. I'm going to keep this away from the cotton batting though as best as I can. So it's going to go up with the Poly Pro. It's also a lot brighter, so it's really easy to tell them apart at least. And yes, we've got fabric scraps still from like Christmas projects. And now I'm like, what do I do with the rest of this? Maybe this will get, actually, yeah, we'll amalgamate this into stash maybe. And this will become like pockets and linings and stuff like that. No, I don't think so at all, Andrew. Yes, 100%. You mean the wild abandon with which I like chucked things into bins this year may have meant that they got mixed up? I know. It's so bad. I'm pretty sure that even the bins are in the shelves probably have stuff in them that they're not supposed to have stuff in. Okay. Anyway. Needle stashers and notions pouches. Not for us, not for us, not for us. Nope, 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 nope. I love it when it's just easy. Yes, yes, yes. This is all going to Tara. This is going in the bin underneath because it's actually a lining piece for stuff. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Bookmarks. Excellent. They have definitely overtaken their slot, so that's... Birds, we're going to keep these out because we're going to do large box bags out of the birds. Somewhere back there. And that is actually a pattern that is kind of useful still. That's stuff that we're not working with anymore, so... I don't know. I'm going to throw it in with the PVC pipe ends that don't work anymore either. So, okay, so that needs to be dealt with once we actually get the kimono bin done. Those are North American. That's recycling. It's like a random piece of fabric. Although, actually, we haven't done too bad for garbage. So that means that, like, I can't even remember what I was doing last year for garbage. But whatever I was, it's working. So this is one of the OB interfacings that just got pulled. So it's going to go away because it's all dusty and gross. Actually, part of this goal should probably be to be able to vacuum the floor in here before I actually start working. No Man's Land handle. A knot bag that is very kind of disfigured. And need some TLC, so that will go into the... I guess it's on top of the nearly done bin now, but that's okay. Okay, we have more personal stash. Let's deal with the easy stuff. Easy pickings first. Personal stash out. Bloop. Oh, that's on stuff that needs to be washed. This is actually, wasn't this one of, it's cut for the traveler sling, but I think I messed it up so that it was like ended up being mirrored the wrong way or something like that. I know I said we have to sort that, but we'll sort it in a couple minutes now. This is the top of one of those fabric envelopes that I was trying to repurpose. I wonder whether, oh, there's the rest of it. Is that the rest of it? No, that's the other bag for it. Okay. That repurposing project will happen this summer, but for now, oh my goodness, they're all still here. Okay, we will throw this into the shelf that other cake pop fabric is in, along with the rest of that Christmas fabric. This is actually a grime guard that I think just needs to have the last stitches put. It is not a very good grime guard. This I figured out after I made these that the cotton linen blends were just no good. They're too thick. This is one that I should actually unpick and iron, mostly because I could serge it and give it a wider girth to go over the over the hoop. There we go. This will be a good notions pouch. Okay, good. Which was right there. Okay. Now, I think that I think these ones are a lot of the ones that we prepped for needle stashes last year that just, again, surprisingly, unsurprisingly, didn't get finished. Okay, so those will need to be, this needs to be finished. It can just go there. This one needs to be unpicked. I think it needs a little bit of other TLC. We'll figure that out. Okay. That is a needle stasher. Okay. Then that means that that is as well, which means that this is a little bit skinnier, but actually, so these were supposed to be notions pouches, probably. Yes, because they're a little bit taller. Right. Nope, needle stashers. Okay. So as long as they hit the smallest amount, we can use them. Yeah, close enough. Yeah, these are all just needle stashers. That's easy enough to deal with. Cool. That is this bin. I guess some of those like pieces for the obi and kimono could also be used for the blurs, whatever they are that I'm thinking. Obviously, I'm telepathically telling you guys, and I can't remember. Oh, they could be used. The obi and kimono could technically also be used for needle stashes. That would be a lot of fun, and I have done those in the past, and they've been gorgeous. These are definitely needle stashes. This is going to go into the notions pouch portion just because it's a larger piece and then we can figure it out later. This looks like it might be a tick too... Yeah, it's too short. So it'll go into bookmarks. The dog fabric, not the... I don't think this is... We can make that work. Yeah, sure. Yep, good enough. Good enough. I always figure with these, as long as it's good enough because they're scrap projects. Although, oh, okay, we did add some in here that it was like, these are new. Okay, those are needle stashers. Done. These should also be needle stashers, mostly because I've already got notions pouches out of them. I think this is a notions pouch just because of the orientation and it's too short. And then this is something, and it is not a notions pouch or anything else. This is one of the OG fabrics. I actually have a bag made from this one. It's a little candy cat. And we're going to make notions pouches out of it. I do remember that. So notions. I think the cats look like they're probably needle stashers. Yep, it's just a little bit too long. And that's fine. We're just sorting. We'll do the cut down later. Those are also just scraps. What the woman who I was watching last night. So this is the tool bags are off a YouTube tutorial. And what she was saying is it's like if you've got any prints that you really like and you would like to like highlight, that's like you can pop them on top. And I was like, I just realized that those cats would actually be a really good use of that suggestion. You are bookmarks because you're too skinny. You look like you might be pieced to be... Okay, you're pieced for a needle stasher. That's fine then. Okay. I think all of these are pieced to be a needle stasher, but some of them failed. Oh, it'd be a little bit skinny, but it wouldn't be that bad once you get it like... You get sewn, and then you get the... That's a generous seam allowance. That's not too bad for a needle stasher because you're just throwing needles in there to hold it while you're not knitting. So let's just ignore that and go with it. Which means I probably could make them a little bit skinnier. Yeah, we're just going to go with all of those are correct and that you are close enough. Scrap projects. Never perfect. or no, this was that weird length handle, wasn't it? That I was like, what are you? Because I don't think it's actually a measurement for anything that I make. It is not. It's like 6 inches not. Okay, we're going to throw it on the gyoza. Right, we decided to throw it on the gyoza box. I wonder, whatever, doesn't matter. Does not matter. Notions pouches. That is a bookmark. Yep. There is fabric that we can cut a handle out of because we need a handle for a small box bag that is languishing in the sewing area. And then a bunch of other stuff. Top priority is a handle. That needs a wash. A wash. Bookmark material. Definitely bookmark material. Actually, that's good for notions pouches. This is big scraps. Actually, this is big scraps too, unless I find another piece. That is bookmarks, because it's basically back and front. I think I was actually planning to make a notions pouch out of this. Yeah, notions pouch. Lining. Small, so I'm going to actually put it with the needle stashers because I already know. Done. Some interfacing. Whoa, there's space over there. What a novel concept. Interfacing. All these tags. I don't know where all these tags. Oh, right. Got all the tags because of the freaking pull out of the embroidery bags. Oh, right. Some of these I had set aside to make needle books from, and then completely misplaced the needle books and haven't moved forward with it. Surprise! So that'll happen at some point. They're probably in here somewhere, to be honest. What are you? Are you going to be intended for lining? You're kind of thin. Maybe first. Maybe it was the end of the roll. For what, Andrea? Sorry. Probably. There's probably end of the roll pieces all over the place. I do know that when I was buying a lot in Osaka and stuff like that, I would regularly empty them out of rolls because there's always like, well, will you take this at a discount? And I'm like, of course I'll take it at a discount. We only have this much. Yeah, that's fine. Can make most of it work. Ooh, that's a destroyed knot bag. And it was also didn't have the bottom anyway, so we'll do that for bookmarks. I have a feeling that most of these were intended for bookmarks and stuff like that, and they just never quite made it there yet. Notions pouch? Notions pouch. Cute. Christmas scrap. Tag. Garbage. Garbage. Kobe. This needs to be opened up for actual use. I don't think the pink strap was, because it was singed at both ends. Like it was finished like I'd cut it. So I don't think so. But I don't know. We still have enough of this fabric that we will actually do some large box bags from it. I say as I look suspiciously at my shelf. So I may as well pull it since that's the intention. I know, don't put more stuff on the table until it's clear, but whatever. I don't even follow my... We all know I don't follow my own rules. All the things. All the scrappy things. Scrappy things and a scrunchie. These look like they are intended for... Yeah, 100%. These are notions pouches. That's where they're headed. Okay. There's another one of those pin cushions. Damn pin cushions. Where did I put the... Oh, right. They're up here. Okay. I'm like, where did they go? Oh. The Come Hither cats, which are adorable. And I call them the Come Hither cats because there's cats that are like looking back over their butt at you, and then they have their X'd butthole. Where are these going? I think someone needs a cat butthole scrunchie. Let me just make sure that that's enough fabric for a scrunchie. I think it is. Oh, 100% it is. Okay. Down there it goes. All right, what else do we have here? We have so much here. Oh my goodness. That is a large enough scrap. These guys are so big, though, I don't want to put them on a bookmark, so let's put them in for fussy cutting. Chidori, which I just saw some of the last fabric for, so I am keeping that around until we're done with it. Chidori is right here, and I'm pretty sure we decided that they were going to become a kato, so we'll just keep the excess or the extra like that for a little bit. I think I was debating if these were big enough for, oh, they're 100% big enough for bookmarks. Here is a piece to make a strap from for that large box bag that's in up here. I'm just going to pop it over there for now and we'll deal with it later. There is stuff. I don't know yet. This one, if you're big enough, you're enough. We're going to do scrunchies? Scrunchies. Cute. Scrunchies. Okay. I am having a hard time selling that, so we're just going to put it into scraps. I'm going to put that large dog into scrap as well. This guy. Needle stasher? Notions pouch? Bookmarks. Okay. Bookmarks. Notions pouch. Skinny notions pouch? Sure. Like I said, they're scrap projects, so they're all going to be a little bit different. That's the beauty and the freedom of them. Definitely a scrunchie. Good. Not for me. Red pandas are going to be everything. This floral is the last little bit of it's going to be everything. Everything being a needle stasher and a notions pouch. That is 100% looks like a notions pouch cut or 2 cuts maybe for, no, it's too small for bookmarks. So into the scraps. That is for drawstring bags. It just needs to be prepped for it. This is a little bit of everything too. So this is kind of turning into the little bit of everything pile. Notions pouch. I'm keeping the purple large florals until we're finished those Sheenas from all those fabrics. We've got Sakana Heaven cats. Actually, those are both notions pouches. This guy is going to become a little bit of everything. Sweet Sean. How long are you? Actually, that, never mind. I was like, that could be a triangle pouch. But no, this is going to become Cake Cozy, Cake Cozy, Cake Cozy. And if this is enough fabric, or like wide enough, that is not, but that's needle stashers. Or no needles, notions pouches. Stay out of it. Of course, the cat crawls right back in there. Darn cat. Actually, those would make good. Yeah, that would make a good Cake Cozy. Notions pouch. Notions. Cake Cozy. We need to restock on Cake Cozies because I'm out. So that's why I'm like, wait, we need all of these. That's a good place to get Cake Cozies from as well. Okay, so that's all got to go down here. Which actually then those ones that are the notions pouches. Notions. Oh yeah, this is all notions. The ones that are down, that are kind of like everything ones would also be good Cake Cozies. Okay. What else do we have? We've got another, oh, these are, okay. These are technically still handles right now because I don't have a needle stashers. That's where that's going. Yeah, handles, extra. handle, lining. That is actually 2 notions pouches right there, and then that is lining for bookmarks and for needle stashers. And then this is rando. Bloop. Get out of here. Okay. And then these are remaining handles for now because I don't know if we've got more fabric or not. This looks like it could make a really nice, yeah, this makes a really nice wristlet. So we're going to throw that down for wristlets. That's lining. That's a prototype. Just make sure I've got enough for stuff. Doom, 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 doom. Actually, the other thing that the confetti style of like doing stuff solves is that it also solves the weight difference between the cotton and the cotton linen blends, and actually between all of the cottons even. So that's another big point in its favor for sure. Okay, that will be a needle stasher. Oh wait, is it wide enough? No, it is not. So bookmarks. Okay. Needle stasher. Those are all needle stashers as well. Actually, I think the Alice should probably become or notions pouches. Let's make notions pouches out of those because they're very directional prints. Okay. Alice makes a really nice needle stasher, so that's what we'll do there. Same as this one. This is the last of this fabric probably, which is awesome. It has served us well. Needle stasher. Pretty sure these are all needle stashers as well. Yeah, good. Needles, needles, needle. What about this one? Needle stasher. Okay, and then this. Let's make some notions pouches out of that. Pretty sure I decided that these are also notions pouches. Oh no, these are cake cozies. Is this a cake cozy? Long enough? If it's long enough, we'll make a cake cozy out of that. Yep. That's wristlets. That's cake. Yes. I need the rest of those boxes. Yeah, because then we can cut it in half like this, and then we can make a little fat cake or notions pouch. As I say it, we're just going to trim it down now, and then hopefully I don't forget. I can get out of here. I don't have to deal with that scrap later. Do it while I'm already here. And then I need to cut in half because they're directional. There we go. Notions. When I say notions, really, they're like anything. The cat is 100% performing sexy chicken leg right now, because you know. Nothing like laying on top of the fabric, cleaning himself. Very classy. Needle, needle, needle. And then we got some others. Okay. We have a very skinny piece. I don't think that's even good for... it might be okay for bookmarks. Let's see. Nope. Got some lining pieces. That looks like notions. That looks like a good wristlet, actually. Let's do wristlet or cake cozy. Oh no, it's not wide enough for cake. Never mind. Notions. Wristlet. That one's wristlet. That's right. Get out of there. Wristlet. Well, the good news is that we don't really have to cut any fabric for needle stashers for a little bit, so that's nice. There's another needle stasher. And there is a handle. I don't think we even have any more of that fabric. So that's going into no man's land again. These we do have, I don't think we got more sushi, but we definitely have more of the mimosa and the tuxedo cat. So they're going up there as well. We do not have more of the apron cat. And this apron cat looks like it deserves to be a wristlet. We do not have more of this one. But this looks like it's probably for a triangle pouch. And we can make it work for a triangle pouch. Good. Notions pouch. Whoa, this is actually a big cut. Did I intend, are you actually large enough to make maybe a, it's just large enough to make a kato. As long as it's tall enough. Wait. Wait. That might be the downfall. Is it tall enough for kato? Doom. Doom. It is. I am actually much more enthusiastic about that than I just came across. Hurrah! Needle stasher. Oh, these are actually coffee cup cozies. Okay, we'll finish those last few off. Those are reversible coffee cup cozies. There is... That's a triangle pouch. Yes, that is a triangle pouch. Finally! This looks like a notions pouch. Hi. You're so happy right now. What's up? Notions pouch. We'll do another notions pouch here. This is actually cut to make one of those bags. So we'll need, but I need a lining for it. So no man's land for it too. What did I say? Wristlet? Wristlet. And what, how large are you? We could maybe fussy cut the Shiba head. Is this big enough to do the flap? Hey, that's big enough for the triangle, and then we'll fussy cut the Shiba head to be the back of a bookmark. Done. Okay. Wristlet, notions pouches. Okay. Needle stashers. Alrighty. You're laying right on top of the next set of stuff to do, cat. That is stock, technically. Get out of here. You don't need to be here. Okay. This is a sample that did not make it past sample stage. I'm not happy with it. I think it's mostly a skills issue, so that we might revisit it later. It's super cute. There's nothing wrong with the pattern, but yeah, my skills were not up to the curve zipper apparently in the last couple years. So, into the second sale for now, or the second pile, because who knows when the sale will actually happen. This is for in the closet. That is this direction. This is Tara's, this is mine. This actually has enough fabric over here. We're just going to pop it into the shelf. I do know there was someone looking for another thing made from that, so maybe I can't remember where her email is though. So what I should do is I should make a couple things up out of it, and then they can decide when I see them next, because they're in Vancouver. So okay, scrap, scrap, scrap. This feels like stuff that we've like already cut scrappy things from, to be honest. Scrap, scrap, or minis maybe, or something like that, because it's definitely weird cuts. Here's a pom-pom. Have a pom-pom, cat. Scripty scraps, scripty scraps. Obi. Scrappy scraps. This looks like bookmark material. Me. Closet. Not me. Not me. I know I could do stuff with that, but get out of here. Oh, that was kimono. Okay. That box is full. That's good. It means that we are being successful in our sort job today. Yay! That's a nice long strip, so we will pop that into the thing. Which one was cute? Sorry. Like I said, I'm actually behind on chat today. It's like, totally distracting myself with like actually getting stuff done. My God, who'd have thought? Notions pouch. Okay, so here's more of those grind guards. They need to be, in this case, I think we're just going to iron it and we'll still just run the elastic through it. It's finished enough. And then we will, yeah, we'll just finish it at this point. Hey, don't eat the fabric. The pouch. I don't know which pouch. Sorry, it's like I've one in one ear, out the other apparently tonight. Hey, don't be a jerk. Hey, you're the one sitting in my workspace. Dude. Okay, these all need to be ironed, so they're going to go into the mostly done pile. Play with the pom-pom. It's like, wait. Here. Oh, the pouch. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, the little clamshell, right? Yeah, it is really cute. But it's definitely one of those ones that suffered from I don't have enough skills for it yet. Or at least I didn't almost 3 years ago now, 2.5 years ago. I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones that I bought when I was doing, well, okay. It was one of the ones that I got when I was experimenting with the Kato and the Petunia pouch, which is, I'm not doing any more Petunia pouches. They didn't hold up like I wanted them to. Yeah, so anyway. So yeah, I think maybe I just need to like, yeah, I think try again maybe this summer or something like that. Oh boy. Okay. It's still feeling crowded in here and I can't quite tell why. Flynn, stay off the laptop, dude. I know. We love you. Here. You can show your gorgeous face in the face cam or the camera up here. I can see you better up here. There we go. He's like, hell no. Stop scratching me under the chin just to make me lift my head. Then go. Okay. Yeah, it's still feeling a bit crowded. So what is crowding? So that's stock that needs to get out. So I could move that. Oh, there's display stuff here too. Which is more or less also things. And then there's garbage on the floor. So I think that's probably a good part of it. There's a few more things back here. Okay. This. And this. And then this is show stuff. So it doesn't need to be down here. It probably came in on like one of the tote bags that I brought downstairs. I have a very cute little plastic stitched purse for my grandma. She's probably about 30 years old at this point. I think I got that for one of my Easters. And I keep it in here just to kind of a reminder. There we go. Sentimental value. So it's back on the shelf in front of the Poly Pro. And once I can actually like reach up a little bit higher, I'll put it a little bit higher. Okay. I'm powering out and I can't quite yet. This is a failed basket, but I'm keeping it for myself because it actually is really good for my Fibre. The idea of it that I wanted to do was that then you had like a drawstring so you could close up your basket from your cats and stuff like that. But obviously it, again, so this was actually one of the OG ones, but the interfacing in it isn't quite right. Just everything is not quite right for what I wanted to do, and then I never went back and pursued it. The handles are also on the wrong side. They should actually technically be here. I kind of want to come back to this and make something similar with different stuff now. I don't think I would ever do the satin again because the satin's such a pain in the ass to work with, but whatever. It still stood up. Well, it's not anymore because it's all like crunched down, but yes, and I do agree with that. I have probably leveled up again this year. So hopefully it did. And Walmart bag can just leave. Excellent. And actually, this can just leave too. Whew. Gone. It's the sewing studio's side problem now. We are not touching the sewing studio right now because I just know No, we're just not. It's at a functional level. That's why we're not touching it. Scraps. That looks like it's like perfectly destined for here. Needle stashers. Bookmarks. That looks like too small, but that looks like bookmarks or a tiny notions pouch. So let's go with tiny notions pouch. Notions. Actually, we'll pop this one with the bookmarks because then we can actually like do a couple fussy cuts. Okay, bookmarks, right? Yeah. And then these other ones are active. This one is definitely active. That is like a handle with the zipper already chosen. Active. I know exactly where this bag is. Boring, but we need that for breakup in the tool bags. Right. Lining. Old kit bag. Wonder if I have more of that fabric so we could actually finish this. We'll find out, I guess. As I look over at the old fabric. Lining, active, bookmarks. Not active, so bookmarks. If this is wide enough, we'll make a wristlet. Excellent. Not for me. Garbage. Wristlet. Yes, wristlet. I'm like, is it long enough? But it was folded the right way. Bookmark. This one, I messed up the cut, so bookmark. Scraps. Actually, let's just put that into scraps. This is definitely bookmarks. This is from one of the North American fabrics where I was being cheap and not cutting handles out of the exteriors, so it goes over there for now. In other words, it's going into the pile to be ignored for a little bit. Bookmarks. That looks like a really good bifold wallet. I can't remember what our bifold cuts were, but those both feel like they would be good bifold cuts. Bifold, bookmark, and if not, they can become bookmarks. Not a big deal. Actually, that feels more like a bookmark, but we'll find out. Rando lining. Actually, that feels like we've hit needlebook territory. That feels like a bifold. This does not, when I look at it. That is lining for stuff. This is scraps. Bookmarks. Scraps. Active, we just actually touched that yardage. This is enough, it looks like, to make a couple things maybe. Okay, we'll put that into no man's land because that'll be the next thing we do. This is a large box bag that needs a handle. And we have the fabric still to make a handle, I think. So no man's land. I think this is a triangle pouch. Yeah. As long as it's long enough. Oh yeah, is it long enough? Yeah, it is. Okay, so those two are triangle pouches. Then this is bookmarks. Okay. Boom. I have a handle, but I don't think this is big enough for a small box bag. Story of our lives. It's a triangle pouch. So that I'm kind of gently repurposing those into different style bookmark. So we'll see if I continue that this year or not. Kimono, North American, active. That's that fabric envelope still. These are triangle pouches. I've seen them recently. Well, I've seen most of this recently, but well, some of it recently, I guess. This is a randomly... Oh, this is one of the interiors from the fabric envelopes that we took apart. We're going to use that as lining. There we go. Tara. That looks like an excellent example for a wristlet. Boom. Okay. Now what do we have? We have some random canvas and some random twill here. Because, you know, nothing like having random fabrics everywhere. Random twill should go actually in the passport folder box. Back there. Garbage. Pieces of garbage. Obi. Okay. Closer. This bin is empty. It does not have any other use right now. So that's cool. So that's off the floor. That helps a little bit. These looks like it's a wristlet to be. Yep. These pieces actually are personal and stock, so they shouldn't live in here. This is appliques, or to be appliques. Wawak propaganda. Advertising. Is it any different? Not yet, it is actually, but anyway. That is active-ish. No. Thank you from all of us at Wawak. Cool. Yay. I got stickers that I don't know what to do about or do with. Up on the shelf for now. Recycling. Okay. That actually cleared, moving that box of like stock bits and stash helped. We're gonna move. Move that. We're also gonna move my kodama. The little kodama from Mononoke. It's gotta be hung back up. I don't know why or how it fell off. Okay, and then yeah, there we go. Middle of the room is clear. I moved the chair, so that's the cheat to success apparently tonight. Okay. Alright, there's a bunch of random. This is the outer panel for those coffee sleeves. Yeah. There's the needle book cutout as well, so we do want to keep that handy-ish. I'm going to tuck it right here. It should be mostly safe. That's garbage. This can be used. Okay. Good. And then I somehow... Oh, Momo. Okay. Like I somehow still have a plastic bag. I'm going to throw that in the corner because it's probably useful for something, but not right now. This is a lining. We figured that out for a necessary clutch wallet. Which mainly means that I need to do some more cotton ones. I've only done a couple. I don't even know if he still works there, and I don't talk to him anyway. That was my old fabric supplier from like, they came and did like in-house visits a few years ago. I'm pretty sure this is actually the mini traveler sling and the passport folder. So we're just going to pop it in the in progress bin. Flynn, what are you doing? Why are you being a pest? Get out. Okay. That's a good stock carrying bag. That's what we decided yesterday. So I've got a big bin of Obi. There's a suitcase back here, but the suitcase is denim, so that's good. We'll move the denim into there, but I do actually need to tidy up in between here and the back wall. And then it's that bookshelf. Wonder if you can actually see it if I turn this. Let's see. So there's the suitcase. I think this, oh yeah, that's all stuff that we just sorted. There's a big thing of Obi, so I wonder if we should just do the work in the middle of the floor now. Why not? That's stuff that needs to get washed. Just gently convince it with my foot to move. Okay. And then, yeah, so this suitcase is denim, and then there's 2 bins of denim over here, and there's a bin of lining for triangle pouches there. And I think the triangle pouches and the like a bunch of the other stuff that we need to trim down can actually be trimmed down by the Stripology ruler, which is going to make it way easier. Now, actually, I did want to check. Okay, I'm back at the cutting table. Sorry, I just realized that I wanted to check. Okay, so these are the right sizes for these needle books. So I'm going to just pile all of this right here in the corner. And then we're going to pull all of this down. Now we'll bring the OB back up to this table because we've done so much work up here and we're doing so well working up here that we're just going to do that. Okay. Boop. These pieces are for the kids. I need Dallas to hang the Scatus this week. And then, okay. Okay, so this is the bin of like OB pieces, not OB scraps, basically. Oh, here they are. Haha. I knew they were somewhere. So here's the actual like needle book. So that's a second set of needle book instructions, but there's the actual needle book pieces. Piled up conveniently with their pattern pieces, so I knew what they were. Okay, what else is down here? More. A massive hoop. I don't even know what size this is. Quite large. So that's going to go in the empty bin just so it's out of the way. That is... That is everything off the floor that doesn't really have a plan. So, this. Okay, let's sit down to do the rest of this because there's actually room to put my chair in front of my table. And then looking at the back, let's see what else we need to do. Like I said, the lining and pocket shelf. Given how well this is gone, I think we probably should just do that. Do that now so that it's done. And I need to clean up the little bit of like corner that's back over behind the laptop here, because that is I did just kind of chuck some stuff in the back there. But I needed to clear out the portion that was in front of it to be able to actually like get shit done, or to be able to move it so that we could tidy it up. So the cascade has happened in that we've tidied up enough that now I can kind of pick or choose wherever I want to tidy up, which is nice. Okay, so this bin is the piece bin, because I end up with a lot of pieces that are super, like, they're offcuts, but they're super useful for everything else. For some reason, I have a massive cut of budgies. Are we actually done with the budgies? Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. So I think this is probably, yeah, that's enough for some more triangle pouches. Okay, I'm gonna actually put the triangle pouches on top of the triangle pouch lining bin, because that would make the most sense. This is a Cricut mat, as is this, so those can both kind of just go that direction. This is a pattern piece. Now there are some OB in here that, like, what happens if I remove, yeah, this is way more useful if I actually remove the interfacing from it. There we go, because what I want to do with this is we could take other pieces of OB and like lay them underneath, and then there would be a little bit of like an illusion of that color. I I think it probably would work better with something brighter, but let's see. Or even just the lining. It really doesn't matter. But it's not storing well with this interfacing in it, so though that really is the only way you're seeing the details. Let's see what happens when I pull it out of here. Oh no, you can see it still. You're good. Okay, get out of here. So what we'll do is we'll lay this over, I don't know, maybe a white. Yeah, the white's like something that's new and a little bit more flexible and interface the way that I want. That is, however, actually OB, so we need to get some more hangers. Yay! Yay! More hangers. Okay. At least I only need a few. I bought the majority of mine at IKEA because they were the cheapest actual hangers at the time. That one smells like it might need to be aired out. Anyway, this is one of the OG ones, red and white. This one, not OG as in it came from my exchange, but OG as in it, I purchased it specifically to make bags with. And then we get into the actual pieces. So like there's blue. This blue is perfect for like pairing with stuff, right? So, this is almost where I need another like shoe organizer, and then I could like roll it up. Where I would hang another shoe organizer, I don't know, but it's like that kind of vibe. For now, I'll roll it up and we'll pop it into, oh yeah, these are going to need their own separate because they're so like slinky. But anyway, the majority of it I will roll up and we'll pop into this box. At least the stuff that I can't, and no, never mind. I can't do that with most of this. I can do it with the OB pieces. You can't really do it with the like kimono pieces that haven't been interfaced yet. Yay, okay. Figure it out. Let's see. Can't even really do it with a lot of the OB pieces either. Yeah, I almost need to like, so maybe I need, okay, yep. So slinky, slippy pieces like this need more hangers. I think that's probably the best and easiest way to actually hold on to these. I could put them in a bin, but like they're just gonna slither everywhere. And then there's like, and they're all such different sizes. At least if I hung them on a hanger, I would have the ability to see like more or less at a glance what each piece was made of. Now, I still will take the pieces of OB and stuff like that that are large enough to be rolled, and we'll roll them up and put them in the bin. That's fine. Of course, the last thing we tackle is one of the harder things today. Why wouldn't it be? Eek, don't go anywhere, please. Thank you. Stay. Like that's gonna do it. Okay, that one is fraying like nobody's business. Yeah, and then there's like random pieces like this. I guess, I don't know. Okay. No. That one. They need to be like visible and not hiding. So yeah, we're gonna need to go and get some stuff. Okay, get out of there. Good choice. Scraps. Why is the kato in here? I thought the kato was out in the sewing studio. And then there's also, oh my goodness. And then there's all the slithery pieces. And the kimono. And, oh, this is some of the pickup that I just randomly did off the floor, I guess, too. Okay, well. I guess this might be where we stall tonight. What do we do? Because I think there might also be, oh no, this is all of the stuff. Because I was like, I know that I had a plastic bin, and I was definitely filling the plastic bin with these pieces because they are so slithery. I think I know what we do for now. Like, I've got one more bin, so that might be the best option, is just to continue putting them in the bin because they're so slippery and stinky. Stuff like this where it's like, well, that's not even like a full width and things like that, right? That's the thing. This is the collar, like, or I could just throw them all in willy-nilly into the blue bin and not worry about it. But that makes like future making super frustrating. Yeah, shoe organizer. Okay, shoe organizer would take all the rolls. Okay, that is no longer active right now, and I don't. Yeah, there's not a lot left there. This is something that needs to be hung, because that is the lining out of a kimono. Okay, well that big piece. There we go. We'll put big pieces like that at the bottom. I don't know. Okay, stay there. Of course, as soon as it moves, it like everything falls in on itself. Ah. Okay, there. That's what I need to do. Okay, so it needs to like sit like this, because then I can like stack things on top, kind of, and it shouldn't be quite as slippery slinky. Still is, but like should be able to contain itself. So, before I go to Japan next time, invest in some more hangers. Okay, there we go. That's a bit better. So I have to make sure that that it's full, so that then it doesn't like slip all over itself and fall everywhere necessarily. Those are like strips, neutral strips. This is not actually involved. Those are just good pressing cloths. These are kimono panels that actually have detailing on them, so it's like, okay, not quite sure what to do with them. Those are strippy-ish pieces. These are strips. That's a scrap. That is good for like pockets. Actually, that's too small though to put in there with that. Okay, slippery slidey stuff will all go together. This blue can go in here now though. So what's in there is like a couple kimono linings, and then mostly obi pieces because they're tall enough to stand up. That is not large enough to go in there then. Slippery slidey, slippery, kind, not slippery, but a strip, not slippery, and a strip. Slick, scraps. It's this chirimen. Just move that because I don't know what to do with it. Slippery slides, scraps, cotton linen scraps, and cotton scraps because of course. Scraps, and there's that strip. This is a fairly like easygoing strip. It's got a really light interfacing on it, was what I mean by that. Scraps. Scraps. I don't know. Yeah, these definitely need a better storage solution because this is not going to work long term. I think, like I just don't know what to do. Because you could just stack them all, but then you have to like dig through everything to get anything. That's frustrating when you're like, I know I've got, or you don't see then what you have either. That looks like good bookmark material. That belongs over here more. This is over here. That's over here. Scraps. Interfacing. Interfacing definitely helps with its durability in the scrap pile. Unless you're specifically tearing it. Scraps. Scraps. Cotton. Slithery. And there's a portion of that Obi that we are redoing the bags on. Bags on. Scraps. Scraps. In random piece of interfacing. Okay. Another. That's a good hearty scrap for stuff. This is good for that. This is fraying like nobody's business. And I think the majority of the rest of it's in here. Same as this. That is a scrap, and so is that. Ugh, good God. Okay. Try and get untangled here. There we go. Okay. It's red. Interfacing. Garbage. Garbage. Cotton. Cotton. Bookmarks mostly. Scrap. Scrap. Slithery. Slithery small. That's good for pockets, I guess. Scrap. Interfaced. Kato. I don't know why the Kato is in here, but I don't know why I'm surprised either. Pink. White. No, everything on my lap is just like, we're out of here. See ya. Like, sound like a cat, like, stalking through stuff or something. Gotta give them heck. Okay. Slithery collar. Actually good for pockets, probably. Piece that needs to go in. Scraps. Interfaced. Scraps. Bookmarks. Not used. Bookmarks. Slithery. Slithery. Rando piece that I think is intended for traveler sling, but I don't know anymore. Pocket interfacing. Slithery. Nope. Interfaced. Slithery. Garbage interfacing. A pretty good piece of like a neutral-ish obi. White kimono lining. A crap ton of fraying. And a piece that's like not as okay, but not really for stuff. You know what? This is fraying so badly, I'm just taking it out. There we go. It can go be a pain in the butt somewhere else. There we go. Scrap. Scrap. Silk. So slithery. Oh, right. So it shouldn't be going here. It should be going over here. Hey, we still have a piece of peony left. Okay, so that is actually a good kind of wristlet size right there for everything. That looks like an eyeglass case. I know this was intended to be a fabric envelope, but you know what? Let's repurpose it to eyeglasses. Slithery. Oh, we're almost done. We're almost done, guys. That's personal stash that I'm like meh about right now. Pop it behind the bin. Scraps. We're going to use this as a bookmark and scraps. That's that mineral kind of sedimentary OB bookmarks. Slithery but decent. Piece of orange that we can use for like a pocket in something here soon. Frame. Canvas. Okay. That's still good for stuff. That's a scrap. Okay. Interfacing will go first. Interfaced pieces will go first. Kind of just, I don't know. Slithery. And not all of this is interfaced either, actually, now that I say that out loud. You know, just gotta keep us all on our toes. Okay, that's all interfaced, so I can feel it. I'm just gonna kind of put it in. Let's use that for scraps. That's fine. Same here. And then all of this is going to go in here as well. Actually, that's big enough that that should go on a hanger. Yeah. Big enough and enough pieces that should go on a hanger. That as well. Same thing. Slithery. Interfaced. That's fine. Okay. I'm going to put all the slithery pieces in now. That I've like popped over to this side. There, I think we're good. And then these are all pattern pieces that can be dealt with later. OB, what did I say? Eyeglass cases, right? And that's that shelf back there. Oh, that worked. Large enough it should be hung. Large enough and enough of it should be hung as well. Large enough, it should be hung. Okay. Oh, I just felt my brain go like, okay, you're done. We're not, but we might be done for the day. Okay, that's not involved in stuff. That is, because it's just white lining. That can be scraps. Scraps. That is actually large enough for bookmarks. Which is a scrap cluster project as well, but whatever. Okay, now we're gonna pop this over here. So we're gonna leave it on its side like this, or else it's just not gonna work. It's gonna all floop down. But I don't know what else to do. So here we are. Okay, so that's actually then probably a piece for the Kato. And then this is an excellent piece for a strip for something. That is going to be scrap. Okay. Now, obviously, this is not a perfect system, but hopefully it means that I can actually, like, mostly use it. Okay. Squish, squish. Because squishing always helps, right? And then I'm going to set it on top of the scrap bin, because then if anything does really slither out, it slithers out into the other OB pieces instead of me having to pick it up later. Stay. Please, thank you. Okay, what's here? Oh, some of the prints from out in the studio that I haven't framed yet, but I need to. Now that I have 4. Okay, so I'll pop that here for now. The fish. Okay, what do I have? Okay. Recycling. That's what I have. This is notes for the cell phone bag, actually. Just, oh, and then there's notes for the book sleeves as well. There's the Glenda, and it looks like the Sheena that need to be cut out. This is paper for the that's half of the fish. This is the mini traveler sling, and then that is the cutout for the cat head coasters. What is this? Oh, that's the zipper pocket for the back panel. Okay. So that's stuff that has to be dealt with once I actually have the SCADIS back up. That's the foam pouch, which looking further at it, I don't think we're actually going to put into production, but you never know. That's the Glenda. I don't know if this is all the pieces of this either. Yeah, it actually looks like it's the majority of it, at least. We're just going to kind of tuck it all in there because that has to move before we hang up the SCADIS anyway. That was a lot of work. And I do think my brain is done. There is no more like processing power right now. I don't know why this cotto is in here. It's really annoying me. Maybe just part of it came in. That's what I'm hoping. Okay. Is there anything else easy I can do right now? Not really, is there? Because it's like, well, okay. Probably I can go into that corner and pull the stuff out and then put the suitcase in there. Yeah, and that's really all of it. Outside of the lining / pocket shelf, and I am not touching that right now because that does require some decision making, because what I'm looking at right now is actually, so you can see it behind me pretty good. So this top shelf is still books right now, and then the second shelf is kind of it's where I've been putting all the stuff for the eyeglass cases and things like that, so it's just a mess. The third shelf is necessary clutch wallet cuts. It's actually where I'm storing the fish, which, speaking of which, I do also need to get that interfacing. And the waxed canvas. And then the bottom shelf is where I've been storing the bolts that I'm still getting. So like pocket bolts and well, yeah, now only pocket bolts. So I don't know, it could definitely use a tidy up because there's a lot going on there that doesn't need to be going on there. But like I said, that needs to also be a decision, like a day where I haven't made a bunch of other decisions and sorting. And also not a like super high concern because we're not doing Kato bags, we're doing large box bags right now. So I guess the last thing that really needs to be done is probably this no man's land pile. And then we can start cutting. So that will probably be a task for tomorrow now, as I will come in. I'll probably piddle around a little bit more right now to get a few more things done, but it's all stuff that kind of has to happen off screen because I don't feel like moving the camera around. And then I'll be back on hopefully tomorrow afternoon to wrap up on getting the no man's land pile figured. Some of it is just stuff that's just going to wait to be cut because again we're going to be going into large box bag cutting, and we are going to pull out the large box bag bin and figure out what's in there to actually do for stuff. I don't think there was a lot of really good ones in there. There are a few in that bin that are like nearly finishes that it's good. So there's like the hedgies and the ruler cat and other stuff. And yeah, so that's the exciting thing over the next couple of days. We got a couple more piles to figure out. We got this one to figure out. This is mostly stuff that just needs to go out or to get figured out here. In the no man's land pile, and then there is the scrap bins that are like, this is the scrap bin and the scrap bags. The blue bin being the like liners that we're going to use for the needle stashers and notions pouches, and then there's the bag on top for my friend's scrap stash as well. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Oh yeah, and then there's the bin for my scraps, or the box for my scraps, which can move down into, I think we'll put those in the Obi cupboard. And I'm just going to shove a lot of that back into the cupboard. And then there is the bin of like, I want to get them done this summer, but they're not ready to go to like nearly finished bin. So we're close. We're close enough that I'm like happy enough even if I were just to dump everything off the table right now, which we're not going to do, don't worry. But even if that's what I was to do, I would be happy to just start working again. So we're at a good spot. Does it still suck? Yes. Is there still a lot of work to do? Yes, but that's just the nature of it. And I'm just going to create more work for myself soon anyway, because we're just going to continue making. So it's kind of like, well, get it functional, get going. That's the motto right now. And that is definitely a strap. And that is a cotton canvas thing. That's recycling. We got scraps. We got cotton here. Yeah, you may as well hang around, I guess, for a few more minutes as I like gently do a few more things. Interfacing. So many labels that can get sewn into other bags now that we've taken apart those embroidery bags. That's garbage. It's the interfacings from the Obi. I can actually, what I'll do, oh yeah, no, I gotta go behind the computer because that has to be tidied up behind. We also have the water bottle things to make as well to see how they go. Little like water bottle holder bags. Water bottle. Yeah. Do you think I've hit the goal that if I wanted to vacuum in here, I probably could? As long as I kind of push some things like around a little bit, we would be good. So. Those interfacings go away. Yeah, so there's like some post-it notes and a pen and tape. Some more Obi scraps and kimono scraps. The Scatus that needs to be hung. Yeah, I think I'm going to head out so that I can actually do a few of these things without also having to talk. I think tomorrow, yeah, either tomorrow or Monday I'll be on and we'll finish up No Man's Land, like I said, and we'll start distributing things out to what we're actually going to be cutting. Oh my god, that would be like amazing. But bins on wheels are expensive. Besides, they're actually like, they slide really well, so it's not going to be a big deal, I don't think. But the big thing that actually needs wheels is I need to get Dallas to put some wheels on my cutting table. I'm still thinking about how we're probably going to like swap the carpet out. Do you know what? Maybe what we do is we don't swap the carpet out in here right away. Because I'm like, moving all of this furniture in here would be extremely daunting. That's also where like all of the stuff, like the fluff happens. So I don't know. We'll figure that out later. Should have done it. I knew we should have done it when we moved in, but oh well. Yeah, I'm going to finish up the last kind of piddly things in the corner here. It's like personal stash. And then I'll be back on tomorrow. We'll deal with the rest of the No Man's Land and we'll start. I think we're going to be very gentle and pick out like 20 to 24 fabrics to do. We need to do multiples of 6 because that's how wide my fabric is. So probably 18 to 24. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because I've already got the linings cut. We also can't do many black ones because I don't have the black zippers yet. The poles, at least. They're on their... I have ordered them, so they're on their way. But that's going to be a unique challenge to this round of cutting. I think we can do it. I think it's possible. Well, it has to be possible. We have to do it. But, yeah, that'll be something that is definitely a massive factor in what we pick to sew for the next couple weeks. Because I don't know when they're going to show up. I haven't got a tracking number yet. So, anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. I'll chat with y'all very, very soon. And hopefully by the time that I get back tomorrow, we have a nice clear desk here and we can get No Man's Land going. So look forward to it and I'll chat with y'all soon. Bye.